Friday, Thursday, whatever the fuck it is. Damn it. I thought it was going to be flawless execution here on the intro, but I'm wrong. Greg is scrambling. We'll give him a minute. What's new? Steak, what's up? Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I would like to address a comment here. The chat's buzzing nice and early. Slack Packs. I wonder what song this is. Definitely just a song from StreamYard. Absolutely not. You shitbag. I've told you a million times. We went to a website called Soundstripe, and I sought this song out myself. I was out there browsing on the list of songs. And remember the first one that I landed on, you guys didn't like.
That's our, you use that song.
Well, yeah, I mean, I still find use of it. Now I do it for the Degenerate Hour on the Picket YouTube channel, but everybody has said this is the one. This is the one. It's a good one. So anyways, how it works, because I was trying to find like copyright free music that you can use. You pay $19.99, and then I think when you find the song, you can like tip the artist or the person who made it. So I do got to go back and I got to throw that guy a tip. Maybe we'll even find out his.
You haven't tipped him yet?
No, I have not tipped him yet, but I will. By the way, Greg, we talked about this a while ago. I didn't realize until recently that it had become normal to tip Uber rides after every ride. I always thought like you order the Uber, it's $56. Like that's everything. They get a portion of the rate.
That's how it started. That was the whole value prop of it when it started.
Right. And then I guess, I don't know. I thought like a year ago, but Steak was acting like it was like 3 years ago.
I have never once in my life heard of Uber starting by being a thing that you don't tip them. I've never heard that.
Steak, I swear, 100%. That's how it was. They didn't even have the option
10 years ago.
Yeah, they didn't even have the option to tip. That's kind of my point. There was what?
They didn't have the option to tip?
No,
correct. They
did not have the option to tip. I can't believe you think that's so crazy. But did you not Uber for a while? It would make sense because you had a car. You know what I mean? So
I've always used Uber enough. I feel like it was always a tip thing.
No, 100% it was not.
I'm surprised. I'll be completely honest with you.
Thank you for being honest.
Somebody just said tipping is getting out of control, and I agree. I do not think someone driving you around is one of those things. I think you should tip someone driving you around. 100%.
Well, yes, but they're getting they are. It's not like they're doing it for free. You know what I'm saying?
It is optional, Jay McSneak. No one. Do you think after an Uber ride, someone comes up and puts a fucking gun to your head and says, "You better fucking tip"? You could just.
No, I think it means more like socially.
Yeah.
It is.
No.
It is. It's optional. You guys are saying you didn't tip Uber drivers for years.
It wasn't an option for years.
To think I'm the Jewish one up here.
Well, you're crazy. You go above and beyond a little too much. But I to think that tipping for Ubers was a thing from day one is wrong. But socially, it became normal to tip Uber drivers. I guess within the last 2-3 years. I thought it was within the last year.
No, it's been more than a year. It's been way more than a year. It's probably been since COVID.
Because you know what happens after an Uber, you get the thing that says review your ride. So I'll always, you don't do it right away, but like maybe you don't order an Uber again.
It's close.
What happened?
Uber added in tip driving for drivers in January or June of 2017.
2017.
A major shift from its initial policy against it.
Yeah, then I wasn't right. You guys were right. If the initial policy was no tipping, then you guys were right.
No, 100%.
2017. We're all wrong.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was much longer. But Greg, the only thing I will say is I still don't think it became even normal until maybe like 2020. So I would say I think it took a couple years for people to even realize that, if that makes sense.
Another one where I
become more socially acceptable.
Jay McSneak, I also think you should tip your valet drivers. But I will say this. I'll tell you a ridiculous tipping story.
Who doesn't tip valet drivers?
I think everybody does. I think everybody tips someone driving your car. That's probably like top of the list for me, to be honest. But there's like this local coffee shop, and I was driving my daughter, and she's like, I really want a muffin. I'm like, cool, I'll go fucking run inside and get you a muffin real quick. The muffin was $3.50, right? The person giving me the muffin, it wasn't warmed up. There's nothing special about it. They took it out of the case. They handed it to me. I did the Apple Pay tap, and she flipped the fucking iPad around, and it was like 18%, which was like 50 something cents, 20%, which was like 60 something cents, or 25%, which was like 70 something cents. And I'm just looking at her like, are you fucking serious?
Just spin it right back.
It's crazy. I'm like,
so this is an interesting conversation. I actually think those percentages that are already like auto-filled on what pops up, I think it's crazy when they start at 20, 22, and 25. There should still be at least for an autofill, like an 18% option or something below 20.
I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah. Especially if it's like coffee.
Like a muffin option.
Yeah. Yeah.
Muffin was crazy, bro.
That's obnoxious of DGen. What are you talking about? That's obnoxious of DGen. First and foremost, I am a great tipper.
That says that's obnoxious as fuck, DGen.
Oh, what is he talking about?
He's agreeing with you.
Oh, got it. Okay, much better. Steak and I think one of the first times we had a little bit of an argument, Greg, was when we bartended, and a friend of my wife's came in. Now, let me be clear. This guy was not the best tipper, but they're college kids. Okay.
Oh, God.
Now he knows what I'm going to say. Now, there's two things that you factor into tipping when you're at a bar, in my opinion. There's the amount of effort that goes in and the amount of time that you spent at the bar and with that bartender, and the overall dollar amount, right? Steak, in my opinion, sounds like a little hypocritical with the muffin situation. And let me explain. This guy comes in and he orders 4 shots of Crown Royal. Steak takes a bottle of Crown Royal, pours it into 4 shot glasses. It's $8 a shot. Okay. So that's $32. I think the guy probably tipped Steak like $3 to make it $35. Steak, now he didn't throw a fit, but he mentioned something about it. That's a short tip.
Were they chilled?
No,
they weren't chilled. DJ's
I'm on this
forgetting
guy's side.
important. Oh. I think we definitely hooked this guy up. Not majorly, but I think we hooked him up enough that he shouldn't be tipping 10%. That's the part of the story I think DJ's forgetting. He wasn't charged full price.
Whoa. Hold on.
That guy, you could serve him next time.
Hold on. You are right that he got hooked up other times. This particular time, 4 shots were charged $8 a shot, $32. There was no discount.
Make any sense? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
It does. I swear.
Okay, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you this, man. The only way I would do that is if I hooked him up in the past and he tipped like shit. And I do think this person was a repeat offender of tipping like shit while being hooked up, and I didn't have any time for that. I had people coming in that I would hook up so much, and they would give me like you remember hundreds. We were making hundreds of dollars of tips. It's a give and take thing. Like if I'm hooking you up on shots, I'm not getting $3 tips. And I think I only just said to you is like, fuck that guy. I just don't want to serve him anymore. You could serve him next time.
Yes. To which I explained, all you did was pour 4 shots of Crown. It was a small tip, but he wasn't there for like 2 hours ordering rounds and rounds and rounds and then tip 10%. So
why didn't you chill him?
I'll be honest.
Why didn't you chill him?
He didn't want him chilled.
Didn't want him chilled.
Yeah, not everybody wants shots of whiskey chilled.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's just Crown Royal.
Yeah. If I'm him, I'm paying $40 and moving on. Sure. You should have probably given 40, make it an $8 tip, so on and so forth.
If you get hooked up all the time at that bar, you absolutely should not be tipping 3 on 32. You should not.
Yeah, I'm with you, Steak. If it's I've been in there and I'm not necessarily regular, but I'm going in there frequently, $40 is a move.
I had
had this thing as a bartender, dude, where he would become so buddy with the regulars. It's like he literally would make it seem like he didn't want them to tip him. Like, I'm just fucking happy you're here. I'm happy to be drinking with you. We're all friends, which is like a really good quality in a bartender. I'm sure you're not surprised DGen had that quality, but it did piss me off sometimes. I'm like, dude, like these fucking people are coming in specifically to see you. So many people, like you were a popular guy. You should be getting tipped more. But he was like literally like the guy, oh no, man, you don't have to. I insist, like it's like, bro, we're fucking bartending for money. I don't understand.
I am a nice guy. However, I also didn't hook people up that much. So I kind of felt bad that like if somebody ordered 3 shots of Johnny Walker Blue, which was fucking, I don't know, $80 of fucking for an ounce and a half, like they were paying $80 each.
Yeah.
So like if you wanted to give me fucking $20 on that, I wouldn't care. But anyways, good morning. Bar biz is grimy. I worked at a bar and would get many $0 tips at the end of the night for $40, $100, $120 tabs. Yeah, that's awful. The shittiest thing is when my recommendation is this: when you go to a bar that you know you're going to be there at a long time, establish dominance by giving a good tip up front. So that way the person knows.
No brainer, bro.
You would be so surprised.
Mm-hmm.
There have been so many times people are there and they close out every time, or they pay cash every time and they tip like shit. And then as a bartender, you're like, what the fuck is going on with these people? Like, I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to take, go to other people first, whatever. Then at the end of the night, they give you $100 and it's like, bro, you should have done that from the start. You know what I mean? But the valet thing is interesting because I always wonder, do you want to tip when you give them your keys or when you pick up your keys? But I think it's pickup. I think it's pickup.
It is pickup.
But it could be different people. That's the only thing. So it's like,
that's why you do pickup.
Yeah. Back in Florida again, Jackson Knox. What's up? Yeah, here for the holidays. Taking care of Mojo. But anyways, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. The chat is buzzing nice and early today. Clam Mucker, 35 months, long timer. Scott Beasy with a 5-stream streak. Token Pick says, forgot to sub this month and just battled 12 minutes of ads. Can you start the stream over, please? I think you didn't miss anything. But we're here and we are ready to talk NFL. So yesterday we went live. It was a hectic day, but we still made it happen. We shot the shit. It was fun for about 45 minutes. Today, we're going to get into it. We're going to get a little serious here because the NFL season is winding down, and we need to try to get on the right side of some wagers. So before we do that, all my homies love the NFL preview. I enjoy the NFL preview as well. I'm glad you do.
We've been slacking on the newsletter the last couple of weeks. We do need to get it out tomorrow morning because we have Alabama, Oklahoma tomorrow night.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're going to find our best bets right now.
We're going to find our best bets right now. I don't know that I'm going to have a best bet in Alabama, Oklahoma, because I have a sick feeling that Alabama wins this game. Sick.
What would make you, as a Notre Dame fan on the outside, what would make you happier if Alabama got crushed or if Alabama won? Because if Alabama won, it kind of says they made the right decision.
I don't even know if this is debate. Like, there's no question. I want Alabama to get killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want them, because if they made the right decision, they're going to be like, good thing we left Notre Dame out. Fuck you. I want them to have regret, Join
a conference and shut up about it.
Oh, stop with the join a conference bullshit. I keep telling people this. Duke won the ACC and they're not in. Miami didn't even play in the championship. That doesn't solve
that's on the ACC. There's multiple problems. The biggest problem was Notre Dame not being in a conference.
I think I would argue, well, we're going to find out, but I feel like automatic bids might be the biggest problem.
Yeah. I listen, if for what it's worth, as a Notre Dame fan, I'm okay with them joining a conference. And I've said this, people don't understand. I'm not going to take a lot of time on this, but they wanted to keep their rivalry games with Purdue, Michigan State, Stanford, Navy, USC. The problem is they all suck now. The USC is good. That's it.
Stanford. Yeah. It's Purdue. Who cares? Navy. Who cares?
But Greg, you have to remember 10 years ago, those teams weren't shit. Michigan State was not shit. Connor Cook was a dog.
Navy hasn't been good for like 125 years.
Fuck you.
You actually played a hard enough schedule to make the college football playoff. Texas A&M, Miami, and USC. You just lost to the 2 games. One of them happened to be Miami. I don't think you can put 10-2 Miami out of the playoff when they beat 10-2 Notre Dame. And I just think that's what it came down to. I really do think it's that simple.
Yeah, I've said this. They fucked themselves by scheduling the 2 most difficult opponents. Nobody knows this ahead of time, but still, Miami is going to be Miami and it's on the road. Then Texas A&M is an SEC school. Who puts them weeks 1 and 2? Nobody does that.
That used to be the way to do it, though.
No.
Maybe no.
Because the loss early was discounted by later in the season.
Greg's right. It's just a major thing. Your quarterback was a true freshman, and their quarterback was one of the most experienced quarterbacks in college football.
Yeah, well, Greg's right to a degree that it's okay to get you can schedule a difficult opponent.
Used to be the way to do it.
Yeah, but no one scheduled 2 legitimate teams back-to-back weeks. Nobody did that. You would have one, and then you would get cupcake, and then another one. The solution is get JMU, Tulane, and a different playoff. I hope.
Tulane shouldn't be here, dude. I'm sorry. Tulane should not be here.
No.
Tulane should be there over James Madison.
Does Tulane have 2 losses?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
No, they shouldn't. Tulane.
No, I think they just lost to Louisville.
Lost to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Oh no, you're right. I'm thinking of JMU. Yep.
I hate that we have to see Tulane play Ole Miss again. Like we
sucks too. You're right. That absolutely sucks.
Notre Dame scheduled those 2 games when it was preparing to beef up the resume for the 14 playoff. Yeah, it's still silly. It's still just silly. And like, I'm sorry, but come on, they're Arkansas, a trip to Arkansas and Boise State. Like those are your 4 opponents in the first 5 weeks. It was stupid. It was very, very bad scheduling. Put ND and Texas in. I would rather see Vanderbilt in Texas. Is that an unpopular take?
I would like to see Texas.
Nope, another one you can't do. Sorry. Can't do Vanderbilt over Texas if they have the same record in Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yep, Texas in.
Notre Dame really should have played Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was looking for a game.
Yeah. Do you think, real quick, while we're on the topic, and then we'll get into the NFL a little bit, but we're warming up. We're getting the stadium filled up here.
Sorry,
with people.
Sorry, I didn't realize Vandy was 10-2. I apologize. Maybe DJ's right.
Do you think Diego Pavia is worth a draft pick?
Worth it, or do I think he'll get drafted?
No, worth it.
No, but I do think he'll get drafted.
I think he's worth a draft pick.
I think he's worth it.
I think he's worth a 5th rounder.
Like, the Steelers are in rough shape again. I would be happy if they took him in the 4th or 5th round.
You're going to always be in rough shape with the quarterbacks, I think, Greg. I just don't think that franchise is finding anybody after Ben.
Yeah, I mean, eventually they'll figure it out. Not next year.
There's no way this guy's a good NFL quarterback. If Diego Pavia is a good NFL quarterback, then I don't know a lick of ball.
I don't know that he's going to be good, but what if he's average?
What if he's Taysom Hill?
No.
He's tiny.
You can't be Taysom Hill. Yeah, no, he's small. He's just a straight up, he's just kind of a dog.
He is a dog. Yeah,
he's a dog. Do you think Tua will be a starting quarterback for another team next year or the year after?
They're talking about the Steelers again. I wouldn't be surprised.
Stop it, Greg. He can't play in the cold. Stop it.
Yes.
Greg wants every fucking quarterback to
We need something.
Yes to what DJen said, no to what Greg said for that exact reason. The team has to play their home game indoors. The Raiders come to mind, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's actually pretty good.
The Vikings?
If you look around at how bad the quarterback play is, please never say that again, Greg. If you look around at how bad the quarterback play is in the NFL, you would think a team will probably give Tua a shot, but it has to be indoors. Unfortunately, I've heard the Vikings mentioned many times, which sucks.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
You have JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He's come on.
No. I'm fine with JJ McCarthy. I liked what I saw against Dallas. And
I'm not joking.
I know. I just don't want you to talk about him. I'm totally happy.
Fuck you.
Progression of JJ McCarthy, but he has to figure out how to get a relationship with Justin Jefferson, and it has to happen like immediately, like this fucking weekend. I'm serious.
Yeah. Well, it's not, just so you know. It's not happening. It's not happening in fucking New York in December, buddy. I got news for you. No, if you have a 22, 23-year-old quarterback, you're not taking Tua and stunting any sort of development. These are prime development years. This is fine for the Vikings. Be bad, get them some reps, get better next year. It's fine.
Just remember,
what?
Kevin O'Connell might have an ego problem, and he wants to be the guy to fix the QB guy. You know,
if the Vikings sign Tua or Kyler, that would be a massive mistake.
1,000,000% agree.
Where would you guys rank Tua and Kyler in power rankings? I'd put Tua over Kyler.
Absolutely. Tua is a better quarterback than Kyler until it turns December.
Disagree.
Kyler Murray is awful, bro.
Tua is how is Tua any better than Kyler Murray? Am I in the minority?
I think you might be. I don't know. If you compared the stats, one of them is.
I think it's pretty close. That's why I asked the question. But I would go Tua.
Oh no, it's a good question. I think it's close too. But is it like 60-40 or is it going to be like 80-20 Tua? Let's do a poll.
I think it's 60-40.
Yeah, it's a good poll. I'm just going to compare stats real quick for the fuck of it.
Yeah. If you're in what QB?
Kyler's also a lot older.
Is he? How much older? Like,
I didn't know that.
4 or 5 years, I would guess.
4 to 5 years older.
I did not know that.
Tua.
I'm guessing.
If you care, Tua has 4 seasons with 100 QB rating. Kyler has 1, and it was pretty much that year. That was his only good year ever. But they're comparable. They're more comparable than I thought.
I'm very curious to see.
Kyler's only a year older. I was way off.
Yeah, we got to be careful with Greg. If you're new here, by the way, great guy.
Like Kyler's been in the league a lot longer, but
it does. But Tua kind of has as well. I did not realize Tua's contract was so bad. I did.
Yeah,
not
but
realize.
we're not factoring the contract. Oh no, Kyler has a crazy contract too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they both have crazy contracts. Do you think that because there's been so many bad quarterbacks or poor quarterback play that they're going to kind of reverse the cycle of the position getting such large contracts? Like instead of 6, like what did Brock Purdy get? Did he get 6?
Brock Purdy got a fat contract.
Yeah, got a fat contract, but like these guys are not panning out. And what if you basically, like, remember how running backs were like, everybody wanted a good running back. That was like, whoa, wait. Quarterbacks, that position's not going anywhere in terms of importance, but you think you have a good quarterback, and instead of doing 6-7 year contracts, they're more like 3-4 years.
I think they have to, because you saw the Tua big miss. Trevor Lawrence is in a good contract. Kyler.
Yeah, that's right.
I just think the quarterback will always hold all the.
I think teams will be more conservative though in terms of the time frame of the deal, like DJ's saying.
Yeah. They're going to get it back.
Be there, but it'll go to a 3 or 4 year deal instead of a 5-6.
I still think the quarterbacks will have the leverage, and that just is what it is.
Real quick, Tinlin Tutan is giving out subs left and fucking right. He gave one to KP Legit 12. He gave one to Hayden Wells. He gave one to Nolette. He gave one to Crack the Books. Very much appreciate you, Tinlin, for the sub banks. By the way, you guys ready for the poll? The official results are in. There were 30 votes. What do you think they were for Kyler and Tua?
I'm gonna say Tua got 19.
25-5, Kyler.
Oh wow! I guess fucking Tua just get benched. So
bunch of morons.
I think listen, there's no right or wrong answer. Just so we're clear.
There's a wrong answer. Kyler's the wrong answer.
25 of
you guys.
Also,
okay.
There's 110 people here. Vote. Who the fuck's not voting? All of you.
We got a lot of lurkers. People are still working. It's Thursday. Hold on. If Greg's gonna say there's a wrong answer, then I'm gonna push back. What are you judging Tua being a better quarterback off of? Because even when the Dolphins win games, the guy has like 130 passing yards. He is awful. I don't know, man. And he's got a better offensive coach. Kyler has fucking Jonathan Gannon, and who is that bozo calling plays?
I just think Kyler makes too much happen with his legs, and every year he gets older.
But Tua doesn't make anything happen with anything. He doesn't even run. He's got no legs. He's got nothing.
Tua died that moment, and I know you remember because I think DJ and we were watching the game together when he had that really bad concussion where he was like throwing up gang signs with his hands. He was in the MVP race at that time. Ever since then, I guess I'm not going to defend him. I do think Tua's ceiling was significantly higher than Kyler Murray's ever was, but at this point, you are arguing poop for shit.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, good way to get it started. Any other questions for us before we get into the NFL Week 16 slate? The bye weeks are obviously done, so we have a full packed house of NFL games this weekend that we do want to get to. They start Friday. Saturday. They start Saturday. Yeah, sorry, you said that Oklahoma Alabama's Friday, right? I will be on Alabama Hate Watch. However, I'm not overly confident. We'll talk about that game tomorrow. Steak, you and I will talk more college tomorrow. I don't see the ceiling thing considering Kyler was running for 100 and throwing for 300. Y'all crazy saying Tua is better. Freeze, I'm kind of with you on that. I do not think it's concrete, like, at all. Thoughts on Burrow to the Vikings? Oh, I mean.
Dude, yeah. What do you want me to say? I'd come everywhere.
That you take. And then it's like, fuck you, JJ. See you later.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Tinlin says, I got one more sub to give, so if anyone wants to watch without ads, let me know. Yep, appreciate that.
What a nice guy.
Listen, Crutch is a G5 guy. He's a small school guy. He's a loyal DGen follower. If he is asked very politely about us talking about Brawl of the Wild, I don't even know who those two teams are.
I don't need to know what that is, Crutch. We'll do it for you. Only you.
Greg, what's your best guess? Don't look at the chat.
Never mind. I already saw it.
What teams are involved with Brawl of the Wild? Don't look it up.
I can't even guess at this.
Well, think like the wild. Think like the wilderness. So think like those states.
Like Montana State?
Yeah, there you go. Bang.
You fucking nailed it, dude.
Really?
It's Montana and Montana State.
Wow.
There you go. You never know when Greg's going to shine bright like a diamond. You never know. Anyways, Black Dark Wing 314 says, "Sum me up, bro." Well, he did ask nicely, so why don't you do it? That's a joke. Let's get into the board. We are, Greg, are you good for the Degenerate Hour tonight?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. I'm looking forward to talking about this game. And if you aren't already familiar, there is some crazy weather in the Northwest. I think I saw some wind gusts as high as like 50 miles an hour or something at the beginning of this game.
Hey,
so pretty well.
Wait, sorry to cut you off, but I thought we had to talk about this Montana State game. I just pulled it up. Wasn't that?
Well, you want to do that first? We can do that first.
Yeah, let's knock it out real quick. So it's 4 p.m. Saturday on ABC. Just another fucking game to add to the mix of college football, which is kind of crazy.
Is this a bowl game?
It is 13-1 Montana. I think it's the FCS championship semifinal.
Okay, fun.
It's Bozeman, Montana, and I'm not sure if that's Montana State or Montana's home stadium, but I've been to Bozeman and it's fucking cool. Like you feel like you're in a Yellowstone episode. It's absolutely awesome. Montana State 12-2, but 4-point favorites against Montana. Total of 55.5. Crutch, is that line weird? That's my first question.
What do you think the population of Montana is?
The entire state?
Yep.
Really good question. I'm horrible at these games.
For comparison, I think New York City is about what, Greg? 9 million?
8-9 million, yeah.
I guess I'll say like 1 million.
Yeah, well, pretty close. 1.14 million.
Damn,
Okay.
that's nobody.
For a whole state.
These two teams played already. November 22nd. Looks like it was a home game for Montana, and Montana State won 31-28. The line, the total opened up at 59.5, has dropped all the way to 55.5. I don't know. What do we like, Crutch? Give us a play.
Greg, I'm not Steak. Don't answer. What's the capital of Montana?
I think it's Bozeman.
No,
No,
it's not.
tell it. You said don't answer. He didn't.
I said
know.
you don't answer.
He was wrong. So then I get to.
I want to give another fucking chance.
I'm not
No,
going to guess. That's the only city in Montana I can guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that either.
I had to redeem myself because we did this game before, Greg. I got it wrong. DGen told me I was right, and the chat starts lighting up. Like, that's not the fucking capital. I think it was New Mexico.
Albuquerque?
I think that's what I said, and it's actually Santa Fe, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's the other way around. I forget.
Founded in 1889.
Dig that. You would be getting scammed because I don't see a whiteboard, and the sick dog communication schedule is on there, so you can't.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just right on the wall.
Oh, I have a new whiteboard, by the way.
We're not waiting for you to install it or hold it up.
No, I have it. Like needs an actual like screwdriver and tools. Like it's a heavy duty whiteboard, but it'll get there. It'll get there. It'll be great.
I thought Mom got you a new one coming.
I just said I have it.
Oh, perfect. So soon we'll play Hangman.
Yeah, I haven't had time. It literally just came in yesterday, and I haven't had time to install it. But Hangman's here. Hangman's here. It's just not here right now.
Yeah,
but it's coming back. All right. So what does Crutch like? What do you guys like for Montana State?
$500. I'm flirting with the under.
$500 a ticket to get into this game is crazy. T-Bone Steak gave out a sub bang to Black Darwing 314. Appreciate you. We got a hype train in here. Let's fucking roll.
Wait, what's the capital of Michigan? Lansing?
I think it is like East Lansing.
No, that's not right.
It's not right. I don't know. No, it's not Detroit.
It is Lansing.
It is Lansing. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Like
you know, this being at this game would actually be so fun.
Of course.
Yeah,
absolutely. Did you watch that fucking USF game yesterday? I put it on for like a few minutes. I thought it was terrible.
Yes, I did watch some of it. It was in Orlando. Obviously, I told you that it was unbelievably bad.
The Cure Bowl. Oh my God, it was so awful. But you know, I get it. If you got money on the game, it's a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. I was trying to imagine that I had a significant amount of money on the game, and I still don't even think I would have watched it personally.
Yeah.
But shout out Old Dominion. That came down to what school wants it more play, and Old Dominion wanted it. So good job.
Gritty win for sure.
Can you highlight Snowman's comment right above what you just did? Is that even a thing? That's not a thing. There's no way that's a thing.
I would assume there's no way that's a thing.
Do the Bears have like some of the worst owners in all of sports, don't they? What do they call them? McCaskies or something?
What's Gary, Indiana? I've heard of it, but what is it?
Oh, it's a place you never want to go.
Really?
I don't know. I've only been to a handful of cities.
There's no way the Bears, like, there's no way you leave. That's.
I got family in
0%
Indiana. I got family in Indiana. I have family in South Bend, Indiana. I've driven through Indiana. I've stopped in Elkhart, Indiana. I think I almost got killed in Elkhart, Indiana. There's some rough towns in Indiana. There just is. Gary, Indiana sounds like a blue collar place. So there's probably some good people, salt of the earth people there. But that's where you want to move the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, you're not leaving Chicago.
What's the commute? What's the commute? Gary is super dangerous, middle of nowhere type shit. That's crazy.
Alabama will get a team before Indiana.
No.
Dude, Indiana's not getting the Bears. That's insane.
Indiana has a team. Give me 2 NFL teams in Indiana. What are we talking about?
No way. Look at what Dims is saying. Check the Zillow out there. Okay, too much history in Chicago. Yeah. Black Darwing, DJ, I need a hoodie, bro. You got any more or a link? There are still hoodies left. Yep. You can let's see, what is it? I think it's !shop. Is that the link for the store? Nope. Anybody, can you guys help me out with the link there? That'd be great.
Good point, Token.
Nobody tell Greg where the Colts are located. Hilarious. Bring a sports team to Nebraska and they would support it. Bears are mainly threatening to move to Northwest Indiana to get tax leverage from Illinois.
There you go.
Get old tax leverage. What are you going to do?
It's like the Penguins moving to Kansas City.
I think I've started this thing probably just because I saw a thread on it on Twitter yesterday about how like private equity has ruined everything. So now if there's anything that comes up like this that I don't agree with, and like everybody's upset about it, I'm just going to blame private equity. Now tax leverage, that'll be number 2 on the list. Things to blame for shit making no sense. Tax leverage and private equity.
Sounds smart. I'm going to do that too. And see.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it sounds good. All right, let's get into the board. We've had a good time shooting the shit. Risings cheered 15 bits. Don't really know exactly what that means, but I think it's good. Thank you very much. Let's talk Saturday. And let's get this show on the road. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, if you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. Thanks to everybody who subs. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe. We really appreciate you. All right, here's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk Thursday tonight on the Pickett YouTube channel. Philly in Washington. This line is 6.5. 6. Oh man. Well, I guess you can't make it much more than that. The Eagles are not covering spreads, although they did get right against the fucking punching bag that is the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, no shit. Look at those Pickett splits. Holy moly. Not a goddamn person on the Washington Commanders. It would be very, very hard for me. First look at this game. Very hard for me to lay a touchdown with the Eagles on the road. However, fun fact, I've actually been to an Eagles Commanders game. My wife and I went. It was awful. It was a miserable experience. The Eagles, for whatever reason, I feel like just kind of own the Commanders on the road. Even last year, do you guys remember? I think the Commanders got up to like a 21-0 lead. I think Jalen Hurts got injured, and the Eagles came back and won. Oh, no. The Eagles got up to a 21-0 lead, and then the Commanders came back. So maybe I'm wrong. The Commanders did steal one against the Eagles at home. But I don't know. This is just such a different Commanders team. I like the fight that they showed last week against the Giants, but the Giants are also very stinky. I think that the Eagles are just a completely different caliber of team, even though they've been in a funk. Like that was the get-right spot. The Raiders were a get-right spot. And now you play a divisional opponent on the road, short travel. I think they're going to big brother them. I kind of agree with all these fucking 90% splits on the Eagles here, but the pro play, I think, would not be laying points with the Eagles on the road like this in a divisional game. Steak, what do you think?
I think if you like what you just said, which is fine, I don't want to bet the Eagles, but I think a way to bet the Eagles is bet the under. Because you look at the last 5 Eagles games, you got 31 points, 41 points, 39 points, 45, which is the highest game, and that's at Dallas. So you knew that was probably going to be the highest scoring game, and then a 25-point game with the Detroit Lions. I get why you like the Eagles. I think the Commanders are kind of hard to figure out because you had Marcus Mariota looking pretty solid against the Broncos defense, taking them into overtime, having a 2-point conversion to win. But then you have them losing 31-0 at the Minnesota Vikings and JJ McCarthy, which I think no one really saw coming. And the Eagles, the Raiders are a great team to play if you need to get right. I'm not going to go on another Raiders rant. They are the worst team in the NFL and the perfect team to play if you need a get right game because they're bad at every position. And I could see the Eagles smashing, but if they do, I'm thinking like 27-10, 24-10, something like that. So my favorite play would be under 44.5.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking at the total here on ProfitX. Shout out ProfitX. Use promo code STEAK if you sign up. 20% deposit match. 44.5 minus 111. Commanders are plus 260 on the ML. Plus 6.5 is even money. Greg, what do you think about this game?
I'll probably be on the Commanders. I think it's a spot to swing.
Wow.
They play this weekend. They play week 18, which is weird, but it is what it is. I also like the revenge angle, right? You knocked them out of the playoffs. I know Jaden Daniels is done, but I think the Commanders can get up for this game at home.
Yeah, it does seem like the Commanders are a team. I mean, they've had an awful year. There's 2-3 games left. They're 4-10. For whatever reason, they're playing differently, and they show some pride with Marcus Mariota. That it's not because they don't like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels he just had no business playing after his injuries early in the year, I think. But they're still a competent team with Mariota at quarterback.
With McLaurin out there.
Oh.
The defense is still very, very bad.
Yes. Yeah. Huge context. You're right. This team needed McLaurin from the start. He is such a difference maker because they really don't have that many weapons. What's his name? Bill. What's his actual name again?
Krosky Merritt.
Krosky Merritt. I think he had a pretty good game against the Giants, but the Giants are also a pathetic run defense. I think the Eagles are going to give you a little bit more fits. So yeah, I kind of like the under on that. And Greg, I like what both of you guys said. Like the under, like the Commanders. Greg, you're not going to fade the Eagles again in the newsletter though, right?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay. Not going to lie. If I see Bobby Wagner on whoever, I'm throwing that slot receiver the ball. Pip talk. Yeah, I can't blame you one bit.
Yeah. 100%.
T. Collintone says between the Eagles and Saints and Survivor. Oh,
Eagles.
Yeah. It's gonna get probably be a little dicey, but you have to. What's up, fat girls? Oh, perfect timing for fat girls. Next game up. Packers and the Bears. Beauty and the Beast. Packers and the Bears. The Bears are out for their revenge. Saturday night special. Bears are -1 plus 101. -103 on the ML. Total at 47. Stay, good job fading the Packers last week with the Broncos. Yeah. Packers were up in that game 23-14, and then their whole fucking world collapsed. Bo Nix was dialed. I think they lost. Tucker Kraft had been out, but they lost not only Micah Parsons, they lost somebody else. I know Christian Watson get hurt, but there's this guy Wyatt, I think his name is,
who defensive end.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what position he is. I'm actually not that familiar, but I just heard the talking heads in football say that he's a very important piece to their team. Feels like you're getting the Packers really, really low here in a sense of what they just experienced, and with these injuries. This is going to be a big, what are you made of, Matt LaFleur test. This is going to be big because, and somebody else said this, I don't know if I'm referencing Sharper Square or another show that I've listened to, but they said the Packers kind of take on the personality of Matt LaFleur a lot. Like when they're in the zone, like there's some bad motherfuckers, but when things get out of hand, like you can kind of just see it on his face. He's got like poopy pants face, and they just spiral out of control. I don't know if the Packers are that team to go into Chicago 2 weeks after you just beat them, after Denver, with these injuries, with a guy like Jordan Love, to go back and shove it in Ben Johnson's face. I don't know if Matt LaFleur is that guy. I have a hard time thinking that. But gun to my head, GT, I'm taking the Packers. Greg, we'll switch it up a little bit. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough not to like the Bears with all the bad news in Green Bay, but I do think this is one where I would lean the Packers. I'll probably bet it just because it's a standalone game, and I'll probably come around to the Pack. But at the same time, I have the Packers win total, which is 9.5, which I think a tie should actually count towards that. I should be at a push right now because they're 9-4-1, but I can't really argue that with Vegas, so I still need another win. But I would definitely lean Packers here.
What do you mean by a guy like Jordan Love? Can you quickly elaborate on that? I don't know. Maybe because I don't know that Jordan Love is that guy.
You got to highlight Cam's note because the Christian Watson hate is crazy.
I'm almost unfollowing you after your bullshit Christian Watson post. Bro, he's always injured.
Yeah, no shit, but he's good when he's out there.
He's also very good.
Guy who's not good, regardless of like Kevin White had no flashes. Christian Watson comes back and he's the best receiver on the Packers almost every game that he plays. I feel like I thought that was such a horrible take.
I mean,
he's very good. He's injured, but he's very good.
He's good. Well, I don't even think Kevin White got a chance to show if he was good.
But then he didn't get a chance. But Christian Watson did get a chance. He gets out there and he plays great when he's out there. He was fucking really good this year.
Fine. Everybody loves Christian Watson.
I think he's a sad story, to be honest, because I do think he would be a really good if he was healthy, for sure. Is it my turn to talk about this game?
Yeah.
I'll eat the Kevin White take. Fine, we can move on. I'll eat the Kevin White take.
I watched Packers Bears in Lambeau, and I said to myself, as a Packers bettor, the entire time, I'm betting the Bears when this game is in Chicago in a couple weeks. I fucking love this Bears team. As DGen will tell you, I am a flip-flopper. It's a lot of bad news. I'm a huge buy bad news guy. The Micah Parsons thing is fucking brutal, absolutely brutal. Josh Jacobs is questionable, and I don't even think Emmanuel Wilson, the backup who's kind of solid, is even fully healthy. Luka Van Ness is questionable. I think there's two other starting offensive linemen that are questionable for the Packers, so they're just banged up. Somebody already mentioned in the chat, Tremaine Edmonds coming back for the Bears off IR. That's pretty massive, but they have issues too. DeAndre Swift isn't healthy. Roma Dunze was like a late scratch. Did you guys see that?
He's got a weird foot thing. Yeah.
It was like 12:52 and they announced he wasn't playing. After they announced he was playing, Luther Burden is questionable, trending toward not playing. Like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of starting to like the Packers in this game. It's just happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Do the Packers feel like a contrarian play?
In a weird way, yes. In a weird
only
way.
Because of all the bad news.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Can I tell you what it actually feels like to me? It feels like people think they're being contrarian picking the Bears, and that's what makes the Packers contrarian. Does that make sense? Or is that stupid?
It makes sense. I think people, I agree. I think people think it's a contrarian play, but you look at the splits, and it's absolutely everybody on the Bears.
Yeah, and I don't feel the way DGen feels. I feel like this is a game the Packers win. You know how you're saying you didn't think this was the game the Packers pull out? I think it is.
So you think Matt LaFleur is that guy that can come in and drop his dick on Ben Johnson? You have to.
Yes.
You have to. Okay. If that happens, it's got to be a Jordan Love game. So I know this isn't prop talk, but I'm just kind of,
that's fairly obvious given the injuries to the Packers running backs. And like, it does suck that Christian Watson's hurt, but Jaden Reed came back. He's a fucking Swiss Army knife. Matt Golden, couple big catches over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Romeo Doubs and Dontavian Wicks. Like, they have enough guys. I actually much more worried about the Chicago Bears receiving situation.
Yep. DGen just say, hey, my bad. That wasn't a good take. I said that just to make it clear. DGen works every Sunday. I'm convinced. Jimmy, what makes you think that? Is it because I tell you I work every Sunday? Fucking guy. I think I start every Monday with letting you guys know how much I worked and how much football I watched. No, but in all seriousness, I can't tell you that I have been that overly impressed with Christian Watson, but I understand when he's healthy, he is the Packers' best receiver. That's great. But I agree with the other guy that said I'd rather have a mid receiver that plays all the time. Shut the fuck up, Snacks. Contrarian would be taking the Packers after it opened -15, -5.5. Yeah, but you can't do that. Public is heavily on the Bears, and it's no secret. Well, let's pull up the Pickett splits. Yeah, it's money on the Bears. It's money on the Bears.
Even though how I feel about Pickett users, but
yeah, right. These are the Allen Dims in the cornfields, and it makes sense because your average Joe is not betting on this game days in advance. So, you don't like Christian Watson because you don't watch football on Sunday. I watch football on Sundays. I rarely see Christian Watson play. Rarely. So you only fucking watch Christian Watson because you love Jordan Love. You love Jordan Love. Cam is low key the fucking homer out of his ass, just like fucking Chewy, just like Hovey, just like all these motherfuckers. He's got his guys. He's a homer. He loves Jordan Love. Jordan Love can do no wrong. Christian Watson. Mind you, I took Christian Watson over receiving yards 2 years ago when I took the Packers over wins, when I took Jordan Love over passing touchdowns. So don't fucking Christian Watson me, motherfucker. The guy never plays. That's the comparison. The guy never fucking plays. He's good when he plays. He never plays. Fucking plays.
Chat saying gain check.
People keep saying gain check. I don't know how many more fucking times I can check the gain. I've literally done everything to this fucking gain. I'm titty twisting the shit out of this thing. Am I good? Can anybody tell me when I'm good? That would help. Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm not good. Don't wait 7 minutes in between gain checks.
Greg?
That's insane. He's Will Fuller. Will Fuller was on the field way more.
Actually, Will Fuller is a much better comparison than Kevin White.
Sure, fine. That's fair. I'd rather have Will Fuller.
Let's take a look at what Will Fuller did in the NFL. That should be fun.
When you yell, it spikes. All right, fine. Anyways, let's keep moving.
Sounds good for breakfast.
Oof, almost got a Christmas ad in there. Can't do that.
That's okay. He didn't dress like a Titanic third-class passenger. Yeah, I was a little cold, and this is my Bucks thing. I don't even know if I should be wearing it. I was looking for another.
That's a great
Will Fuller, but it is a much better comparison. That's correct. It is a much better comparison than Kevin White, for sure.
Yeah, I understand the average NFL fan has a massive hard-on for Christian Watson, and that's fine. I don't know what to tell you. I just can't tell you I'm there. That's great. When he plays, he's very good. I'll accept that. Sure. You are an idiot. Tell me you're a Packers fan without telling me you're a Packers fan. I tried, chat. Brutal to get mad at. Get back and gain check. No, I checked the gain. The gain's good. The gain's good. Will Fuller on steroids was insane. Yes, he was. All right, next game. Kind of excited to talk about this one. Just kidding. Bills are in Cleveland. 10.5. I had zero fun betting on the Cleveland Browns last week. Zero fun. Kind of talked about it. There was a reason I wanted to fade the Bears there, and it didn't work out. Buying Shedeur Sanders off of his best game as an NFL pro was not great. Now they're 10.5 dogs. Total 41. I think that number's kind of high.
The total?
You don't think 41.5 is high
for Josh Allen?
No, not at all. Josh Allen's last 2 games had 66 points and 73 points.
Okay.
Browns played a 60-point game with the Tennessee Titans.
So then do you think it's low?
No. I just
Okay.
don't think it doesn't catch my eye at all. What catches my eye is the Cleveland Browns.
All right, go ahead. I got it. Yeah, I know, sir. I knew this was going to fucking happen.
I really don't want to bet the Browns again, but I think the right stake.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Last week they were a stupid wager. Nothing. I didn't say anything. The Cleveland Browns are a nasty contrarian play here. I'm sorry. They are 28-point loss to the Bears, and the Bills coming off beating the Bengals and that comeback win against the Patriots. Everyone back fully on Josh Allen's dick. I mean, Josh Allen's dick is full. And I just think it's a good spot to fade. I'm not a Bills hater, but I'm becoming one only because I don't feel like people talk about how mediocre they've been for a large portion of the year. I know this feels like the time Josh Allen has to win the Super Bowl because something is clearly wrong with Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes is dead. So I get it, but I'm kind of fading the Bills. I might take the Browns plus 10.5 here. Fucker's nice.
Greg, you agree?
The only thing that makes me hesitate, and I'm fully on the Steelers bandwagon again.
Oh, we know.
But next week is Browns Steelers, and the Steelers are going to Cleveland. I could see Cleveland being more up for that game than this one, and in a weird look ahead spot because they really want to play spoiler. You got your rival coming into town. The division's going to be on the line for the Steelers, and I think that's a really big game for Cleveland. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm going to bet the Browns next week. Do I want to bet them 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
I don't agree with you. I think every game with a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders is a big game. As big as
I don't think he matters. I'm more talking about if the defense can get up or not. The good thing with taking the Browns this week too is the Bills' rushing defense is pretty weak, and
right.
Judkins has been quite quiet for the last month.
Right.
God, Alan Dims, we couldn't agree more. That will be the most we ever agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in on the Bills. I'm good with it. I think Allen's like plus 550 for the MVP. Like he's not out there, right? And Stafford minus 300.
I'll be super pissed if he wins. I don't think he deserves it this year. I'm falling in love with Cleveland Browns plus 10.5. Going to be honest with you.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
Either.
This could be who do the Bills have next? So they're 10-4. They've got they've got the Eagles and the Jets at home to finish out the season.
Eagles, God,
that's a good that.
Eagles play everybody.
Yeah, they do. They fucking do. Well, I mean, I guess they should. They're Super Bowl winners, but they really do play everybody. They are. That's a tough spot for the Eagles. Yeah, this is a weird game for the Bills.
It's a weird game for the Bills, dude, and they'll probably struggle here, win by 3, and then smash the Eagles. I could see that happening.
Teams after playing the Bears are 3-9 ATS the following week. That's
interesting
stat. Yeah, they do. Browns keep it tight, then we smash the Eagles. That's going to be a really good game. I wonder if that's going to have some implications, right? Like nobody's locked up anything.
Yeah, I think it would definitely have implications.
Yeah, the Broncos and the Rams are the only team that's clinched yet.
Right.
That could change a lot after this weekend.
That game rocks.
I was going to say tonight's game rocks.
Tonight's game's awesome.
Oh, tonight's game rocks. Absolutely. Can't wait. How is the Browns defense against running QBs like Allen? Don't know. Token Pick says, I've backed the Browns defense the last 2 to 3 weeks, and they've completely fallen off without Malik Collins. Oh.
Well, now they have Schlesinger questionable, Mason Graham questionable, Grant Delpit questionable. So I don't know if it gets better or how I'm going to win this bet, but I'm going to try.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, God.
It's DJ Hour tonight. We should have plugged that. We're just shitty promoters.
Why? Oh, DJ Hour tonight? Yes. Yes, indeed. I think I said that, but I didn't say it enough. And I'll put the link in the chat. You guys know where to find us, but just one more time, go to Pickett Sports YouTube. We'll be there live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. And I do have a bit of a cold, but I'm battling through. Had about 3 cups of tea, cough drops nonstop. And on that note, I probably have to take a piss real quick. But let's tee up the next game, and then I'll run out and come right back while you guys yap it up. So that is just a quick recap. That is Saturday?
No, we already got past Saturday.
Nope, that's Sunday.
That's the first game Sunday. Okay.
Well, the 1:00 game.
Washington and under. Greg, you like the Bears. Steak, you like the Packers.
No, I said Packers.
You did say Packers?
I did.
He did.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, we all kind of align there, I guess, too. I also think that total might be a little high. I'm not betting the Browns, but I understand. I understand the reason.
I'm in the exact same thing. I'm not that into it, but
yeah, you can't bet the Browns, DJ. And it's either I do it as my best bet or it doesn't make it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Ooh.
Hold on. Yeah. I gotta pee. Can we talk Vikings Giants first?
Sure.
Okay. Vikings on the road in New York. Big bright lights of New Jersey for JJ McCarthy. I don't know if Jackson Dart is playing. Honestly, at this point, you should probably just shut him down. We talked about it earlier in the week, but the guy gets reevaluated or evaluated for concussion every other game. Not smart, not good. But I think the Giants are a scrappy bunch. They're not a team that I want to put my money against too often. I got there with the over in that Commanders-Giants game last week. I think I might want to go the opposite here. Total 43.5. JJ just played well, and the Vikings looked good on the road in Dallas. That was a good win for him. Good win for the team. They're 6-8. I guess they're not mathematically eliminated. But
Who?
The Vikings?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, sorry. But you're playing for some pride. I mean, you would probably love to go into the season, go into next season near 500 record. So I think they got something to play for. Problem is, I don't like this spot. I like Flores' defense. I like the way the Vikings defense is playing. I don't want to fade them directly. I don't want to fade that unit or anything like that with the Giants. I think I like this under. That's what's speaking to me. I'll put the Pickett splits up, and then I'm going to run and take a piss. Greg, you can start, and then Steak, give your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm going to be quick. I probably get no play in this, to be honest. I see where you're at with the Giants. I think it makes sense. I don't know. I could see the Vikings getting a little bit of momentum going into next year. So this is a pretty easy pass for me.
I think when you say the Giants make sense, it's because it makes no sense at all. The Giants looked competitive against the Bears, competitive against the Packers, probably should have beat the Lions. And that's a tough stretch. You run through the whole NFC North and you could have won all 3 of those games at some point. Like you were competitive, but then you get belted by the Patriots and you lose to the Commanders when it's finally like, okay, like here's the Jackson Dart spot. He gets a win. They're favored and they lose and they look ugly. The defense is horrible. And I feel like you look at the Giants, they're 2-12. They should have the number 1 overall pick. And then you got the Vikings, 31-0 win against the Commanders, beating fucking the Cowboys in Dallas and doing it impressively, scoring 34 points. Like it's
Very
not
impressive.
like it wasn't like 17-14 where the Cowboys looked rough offensively. Like you had to score points to win that game, and you did. And I'll be honest, man, I think it's the Giants just simply for not making any sense at all. The Giants are also stupid, and they should lose this game. I think if they lose out, they have the number 1 pick. So I feel like it would be super New York Giant to win this game.
I don't think the number 1 is there because they're not taking a quarterback. So I don't think the number 1 pick's weighing that heavily on them.
I don't know though, because there's some guys up there.
Yeah.
They need offense.
Like the Raiders are taking a quarterback, so who cares if you fall behind them?
Yeah, but if you get the number 1 pick and you don't need the number 1 pick, it kind of rocks. So you can trade it.
It does kind of rock. Yeah, and teams have traded it for fucking fortunes. That's a good thing to keep in mind.
Cam says, back the Vikings the last 2 weeks and we'll keep doing it. They're the team that's going to get super hot for no reason and close the year to change the 9 narrative in the offseason. Yeah, I got no problem with that. Mr. Plays Daily, Minnesota team total under. I would not. If you're going to play the under, if you're going to play the under, why would you take the Vikings defense out of it? They're playing really well, and they have been since that game at Detroit. Force the Lions to go 5 straight 3-and-outs. I still can't believe that.
I really like the Lions in this game.
5 straight punts. I don't think it was 5 straight 3-and-outs. What's up, Janus? Yeah. Sketch over, you think? Okay. Snacks is fading me on that one. Yeah, I like the under there. I don't know if it's a best bet. I don't love doing totals for best bets, but it's probably one of my favorite reads on the board that we've gone through so far. All right. Let's keep moving here. Next game, Bucks on the road in Carolina. I'll go last on this one. Steak, I'll let you start this off. I don't want to give a biased take here. It's really, really dark days and tough times for Tampa Bay fans. Once a 6-2 team, now 7-7, just an absolutely inexplicable loss, and back-to-back losses really to the Saints and the Falcons. But yeah, that game took a lot out of me. BZ, appreciate the 17-month sub, by the way. That game took a lot out of me. That was a really, really tough way to go down. Seeing fucking Raheem Morris and Kirk Cousins drop their nuts on your team in Tampa on prime time. Fucking just Todd Bowles is on my shit list.
You think it's time to let go of Todd Bowles?
Yeah, I hate that I've done a 180 so quickly because I've been a Todd Bowles defender for a couple of years. But we had Drew on to fill in a couple streams ago, and he brought this up, and he's right. I maintain the stance that when Liam Cohen went to the Jags, there was talk that like, hey, now is the time if you're the Bucks, like promote Liam Cohen, otherwise you're going to lose him, or you hold on to Todd Bowles. And I was like, no, Liam Cohen's been offensive coordinator 1 year. You can't get rid of Todd Bowles for Liam Cohen. Now that looks like a horrible take. Liam Cohen looks pretty fucking good, and Liam Cohen seems like he would rock in Tampa.
Unpopular opinion, dude. The Detroit Lions are going to be saying this about Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell in a few years.
I don't even think that's unpopular right now.
I don't think that's unpopular at all.
Okay, cool. I mean, he's literally like wasn't he the coach of the year last year?
Who?
Dan Campbell?
No.
Kevin O'Connell was. Did Dan Campbell, he won it the year before, or has he never won it?
No.
He's never won.
Yeah.
Remember it, Tinlin. I think you're going to agree with me in a couple years. I know it's a tough pill to swallow now as a Detroit fan, but I think it's coming.
What if they just made Ben Johnson head coach and Dan Campbell was the ultimate get back guy? Just an obnoxiously paid get back guy.
Somebody would give Dan Campbell the bag to coach their team. That's the truth.
Here's a problem. Problem with Tampa is this. I don't know what's going on defense. I truly don't. Like, again, I've said this. The pass defense has always been bad with Bowles, but the run defense has been good. Now you don't even have that. Everybody can do anything on this team. Again, Saints, Falcons, doesn't matter. They can move the ball at will, 5, 6, 7 yards per play. So you need the offense to keep up. This guy, Josh Grizzard, has been atrocious at calling plays. Atrocious. He has 2 or 3 good decisions a game. You need the opposite. You need your guy to have 2 or 3 bad decisions a game. This is not good. Baker looks lost out there. By the way, what is he doing trimming the beard? Haven't you ever heard of a fucking playoff beard? Baker, I know he's got one shoulder. I know he's hurt. I don't care. If you're hurt, get on the sideline. Teddy Bridgewater looks honestly like a hilarious guy back there taking snaps. Just get him in. Get somebody else in. Get somebody else.
Teddy Bridgewater in, but
I'd rather have anybody than Baker Mayfield. I heard a stat that I think for the last since week 8, Baker Mayfield has been one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. And I hate always having the fucking injury excuse for Baker. Like, there's nothing cool about playing through injuries if you're going to be the worst quarterback in the NFL. So anyways, it's really, really, really tough times. With that said, I think they're going to beat the Panthers.
I'll say this, Black Dark Wing. I couldn't disagree with you more. I think going after Salah would be the worst fucking replacement for Todd Bowles literally ever. Love the guy as a defensive coordinator. Think he's dog shit head coach. I think some guys are just meant to be coordinators, and Robert Salah would be the top of my list of guys who are meant to be coordinators and not coaches.
I agree. Real quick. Yeah, they are getting old. The Levante David playing out of his mind at that age has fallen off. The season's gotten long. He's kind of getting a little Bobby Wagner-ish. He's the least of our problems, though. Vita Vea is not looking the same. He really has not. That defensive line is not getting any push. There was no pass rush on Kirk Cousins. I don't even know if he got sacked once. Oh, maybe once at the end of the game. Kyle, we're going to talk on the DGen Hour tonight on the Pickett YouTube channel. We'll talk Thursday Night Football. Panthers and underdogs have been good. That's a good point. Baker injured gives you a much better chance to win than fucking Teddy Bridgewater. Stop it.
I agree with Hefe. I think that it brings up an interesting topic, though. The Bucs have a backup quarterback problem because Teddy Bridgewater isn't a backup quarterback. He was just coaching high school football. He's not a backup quarterback, but Kyle Trask was so awful that the Bucs finally said, like, oh, this guy can never come in and win a game for us if we need him to. So we can't have Kyle Trask. So we'll fucking call up Teddy Bridgewater, who's been getting into trouble for paying for his players' Uber rides in fucking Miami Northwestern or whatever that high school is called. And the Bucs have a backup quarterback problem. That's a huge issue, I think.
It's that they got a little Vikings-ish going into the season with no depth at quarterback. Have I talked the whole time, or have you guys given your opinion on this game? I can't even remember.
Steak was starting to go.
Go, Steak.
Oh, how do I figure out these teams? I think the Bucs look awful. I'll say if they don't have Mike Evans, who is questionable, is there any word on if he's going to play?
I thought he's playing.
If he's playing, I'm okay. If you want to back the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Evans has to play it. I'm so done with Emeka Egbuka as wide receiver number 1. Mike Evans has to play for me to think the Bucs have any chance. Can't figure out the Panthers, man. They can beat the Rams, which is incredible, but then lose to the Saints and not be competitive against the Niners. Lose to the Saints 2 times in 5 weeks, by the way. Absolutely incredible. I know Shook looks awesome, but those are bad losses. I have no idea what the Carolina Panthers are. I stand by them not being very good. I'll take the Bucs in this game, but I don't know how you read this game.
I'm the only one that likes the Panthers.
Yeah, keep it that way, bitch.
All right. I mean, if this game was in Tampa, I'd be on the other side, but this one being in Charlotte, I got to take the Panthers here. Well, okay, so here's the problem with Baker, and this is what you saw in Cleveland, and I should have been on the fade train a little bit earlier. Once you start seeing him in too many commercials, it's time to fade Baker Mayfield.
Sure.
And that's what happened in Cleveland. He was in every goddamn commercial, and he just fell apart. And then even going back like a couple weeks ago, I was like, he's on Popeyes. Like, he's on a couple out there now with big chains, and it was like, this might be where he starts to slip.
That's a good take, Greg.
That is a good take.
He is in a lot of fucking commercials. He's even in like a Macy's commercial or some shit.
Yeah, his agent's hustling, but it definitely directly correlates with his level of play.
Yep. Evans practice Wednesday. Okay. Thank you. Kyle, why don't you come into fucking YouTube or Twitch? Buddy Kyle, why are you in Twitter? We don't monetize on Twitter. Come watch an ad. We make a nickel. How about that? If you guys are in Twitter, I see a lot of Twitter people coming into Twitch or YouTube.
DGen, do you know the playoff scenario breakdowns? Because I didn't realize the Bucs actually play the Panthers twice in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was talking to Steak because I might be in Florida. I don't have to go back to New York till like the 6th or the 7th. That game's on the 4th. So I think I might go.
It could be for the division.
Yeah, if it's for the division, I'm gonna go with you.
Oh, if it's for the division, I'll fucking drag you.
I'll drag you.
We'll drag each
Drag
other.
each other.
Greg, you want to fly down?
I'm good.
Yeah, fuck you. You're not invited.
I'd much rather hang out and watch Steelers Ravens that Sunday than go to the Bucks Panthers game. I'm just as a fan, it'd be insane to go to a Bucks Panthers game when the Steelers are probably going to be playing for the division at the same time.
Probably true, Greg.
Very funny. DJ's selling out, force people to watch his podcast on certain platforms. It's really funny. Everybody has better takes than DJ. What are you talking about, Tinlin? What are you talking about? Better takes than DJ. What was a bad take? Stop with the Kevin White, Christian Watson thing. Everybody's so fucking horny for Christian Watson. Give me a break.
You told the guy to come to YouTube or Twitch, and he did. There you go.
WCOW. As a Browns fan, I feel like I'm watching the entire Breaker Browns thing repeat. Yeah, and listen, I don't agree with Hefe's take that the Bucks have a much better chance to win with Baker playing quarterback. Baker is making some really, really bad mistakes.
Dude, then Teddy Bridgewater. It's.
I'm not saying this has nothing to do with Teddy Bridgewater. This has nothing to do with Teddy Bridgewater. I'm literally saying, bro, the Colts signed Phillip fucking Rivers to come in and play, and they almost won a game against the Seahawks. I'm literally saying get somebody in there who isn't fucking injured. And Baker is hurting them more than he's helping them.
It's literally the exact same argument the Browns had when he was there.
This is kind of my problem with what I was bitching about with the NFL. It's kind of crazy that you guys are saying things like Baker Mayfield is reminding me of Cleveland Baker, and Baker sucks. He's falling off. Too many commercials when he's playing to win the division for the 3rd year in a row and host a playoff game for the 3rd year in a row. I just feel like it's
the worst division in football.
The worst division ever. I can't believe that these teams get a home playoff game. It's irritating.
That's not the conversation we're having.
It is now.
Teddy Bridgewater. It could be anybody. This has nothing to do with Teddy Bridgewater. This is put somebody else at quarterback. This has everything to do with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, unfortunately, is not helping the Bucks. He's not.
They
lost last week, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He was not the reason they lost last week.
No, he wasn't. But I would say this is when having too much dog goes wrong, and Baker's just got too much dog to sit out when he's hurt.
And also he can't scramble. That's part of his whole thing.
Yeah.
So DGen thinks a backup would do better than Baker. That's exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying.
We gotta move on.
I don't know how anybody can defend Baker Mayfield, and it brings me no joy to shit on the guy. I don't know how anyone, huh?
He's just hurt. He's playing.
That's my point. Like that doesn't make it okay. I agree. There's something wrong with him. He's been fucking limping since they played the Texans. That was like week 3. He's a bad motherfucker. It's not that insane. I can't believe you guys are saying that's insane. Do you know what's insane? They're fucking 1-5 with back-to-back losses to the Saints and the Falcons. And I'm taking crazy pills. They just lost to the Saints and the fucking Falcons.
They put up 28 points against.
Oh my God. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, I'm not saying he's the only reason. I literally started the whole thing with shitting on the defense. And then I shit on the offensive coordinator. I made my way down.
Yeah.
But Baker Mayfield is not putting them in good position. I'm sorry. He's not.
No, he's not playing very good. They don't have an option at the moment that's better than Baker Mayfield, and everybody knows that. And that's why Baker Mayfield's playing hurt.
Buck's going to give you a hernia. Yeah, probably. See, some people think this.
Not all of them, but in this
case, yes.
And I understand it's because Teddy Bridgewater is an actual joke. But I would.
Yes, he is.
Yes, I don't disagree. But I don't disagree. I just said he looks hilarious back there taking snaps. But a healthy backup over an injured starter. That is to boil it down. That's what I'm saying. I think that might be the thing we need to do. But I will say this: the Bucks played on Thursday night. You got extra rest. No, we didn't talk about that. Did anybody mention that in their capping? Hello? Steak, are you frozen?
No, I just got an email that took my attention.
Well, I never know with you fucking guys sometimes. That helps. That helps tremendously. That actually, you know what? There's the edge. There's my edge. That's the edge. The Bucks. That's why the Bucks are going to win this game. Agree or disagree?
No opinion whatsoever.
You don't think that help that extra rest helps them?
I think I think that helps, and I think if Mike Evans plays, I'm fine backing the Bucks.
I think it's the Bucks.
Cool.
Get ready to learn Rico Dowdle, buddy.
Oh God. Well, actually, he might be hurt. I think he's hurt.
He's
Well,
fine.
he got hurt against Saints.
I'm in the fantasy playoffs. I got him. He's perfectly fine.
Panthers zigzag to the max. God, don't say that. Why is Rivers starting over Anthony Richardson after he's been cleared to play? Very funny. We'll talk about that when we get there. Okay. Steak, you tweeted. No. Greg, you tweeted this, I think. Good tweet, by the way. Weird line.
Dude, it caught my eye by far. This is crazy.
Weird line.
Wow, there's a lot of fucking games this week. We actually have to get cooking, boys.
Okay.
We can breeze through some of these.
Okay.
The next 3 games are atrocious. We don't need to spend any time on those.
Dallas 2-point favorites at home. I mean, look, old school DGen is already pressing Dallas, and this is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. I can't believe Dallas is favored here. Guess it makes a little bit of sense though. Like Dallas still isn't they're not pathetic, I don't think. Maybe they're not a very good team, but they're 4-2 at home. Well, they're 4-2-1 at home. Sorry, I forgot about the push. And it might be a bad spot for the Chargers. Just played at Kansas City, played the Eagles in an overtime game, divisional game before that. Granted, it was the fucking Raiders, so who really cares? Might not be the best spot to go on the road in Dallas, but before a big game against the Texans. So I like it. I mean, maybe this is a fucking, little wrong team favored, and it's as simple as that. Maybe that's a lazy take and lazy capping, but I think I'm okay to fade the Chargers. Kind of like the over too, maybe 49.5. This is maybe the Cowboys are a defense where maybe Justin Herbert can kind of find his groove. Maybe he can have a nice little game with like 300 yards passing. Maybe Ladd McConkey can get going against this defense. But I'm just still not that big of a believer in the Chargers defense. Let's not forget they went to Jacksonville and allowed 35 points recently. Yeah. So the Eagles have been in a funk. The Chiefs are awful. You beat two, good brands, right? To establish
huge wins for the Cowboys.
Yeah. I think there's a case to be made for the Cowboys. Here, Steak, you got that look on your face. Why don't you go ahead?
I will go ahead. I do not like the Dallas Cowboys. I think it's so easy to look and say, like, oh, this 6-7-1. Shit.
You said it.
Yeah, I said it. So I'll say it again. 6-7-1. Dallas Cowboys coming off.
Who cares? You don't have to stop yourself when you say 6-7. Go ahead.
Coming off 2 losses, going against the Chargers, who are 10-4, winning 4 out of 5, with 2 of them being against the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. And I think it looks obvious, but nobody thinks the Chargers are good. They know they're without their 2 best offensive linemen, and nobody likes them. People like the Cowboys, dude. They love betting the Cowboys. They love them this year. You've seen it. They still put up 30 and 26 points in their losses. I don't think anyone thinks they'll even need 30 or even 26 to beat the Chargers, who put up 16 to beat the Chiefs, 22 in overtime to beat the Eagles, and 25 to beat the Steelers. It's been about the Chargers defense. I disagree with what you said. I think the Chargers defense has been awesome, and I think Justin Herbert has been a dog, which we've never really seen that from him before. It's like Justin Herbert, you're either getting beautiful football where he throws for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, or it's just sloppy shit. But now he's gritty, he's scrambling, he's finding ways to win these games, like 16-13 at Arrowhead, 22-19 against the Eagles, 25-10 against the Steelers, and they are pretty. And honestly, man, kind of like the Chargers, can't help it. I kind of just want to ride the Justin Herbert gritty win train and see if we can keep it pushing. I think the Cowboys are scratching out a little bit. George Pickens, awesome year. I think he's still 4th in the NFL in receiving. Dak Prescott made a weird comment about how he's frustrated and wanting to get him involved, and then he has another really bad game. And I think I'm a little out on the Cowboys. Quinn Williams had a concussion against the Vikings. I feel like he's like the whole anchor of the transformation of this defense. Deron Bland is questionable. Trevon Diggs is questionable. Tyler Guyton got hurt in that game against the Vikings. I think the starting safety is questionable. Like, I don't know, man. I think there's enough reasons to like the Chargers here.
D-Gen's pointing it out. It's going to be tough for me not to take the Cowboys, especially if I see some stuff on Sunday. Just this line's just one of those ones that's too strange. I got to throw a unit at, but I am coming more around to the over. I think this could be a really fun game.
Okay.
This is a Herbert looks pretty game. This is a Herbert looks pretty game, and honestly, you're gonna get a you're gonna get a I think you're gonna get a good effort from the Cowboys.
Is it crazy to say last week was the biggest win of Herbert's career?
Back-to-back biggest wins of his career. He beat the Eagles and the Chiefs back-to-back. And
but just last week specifically, slaying the Chiefs. They've been in your division. You've always been little brother. I know Mahomes got hurt, but that was end of the game. I think that was the biggest win of their of Herbert's career, and I'd like to fade him on the other side of it.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to Kenneth Murray. He was such a dog in college. I think he went to Oklahoma. He looks terrible.
Yeah. Other than Madison Beer, Snowman is correct.
Shout out Snowman. I saw the D-Gen hoodie on stream yesterday. Also, I hit up Snowman if he wants to come on Prop Talk and be a guest on Sunday morning. That'd be great. This is the last home game for the Dallas Cowboys. They go on the road to Washington.
You're tempting me into it.
Nope, too bad. This is my best bet. Over. We're getting fireworks. We're gonna get a Justin Herbert finally looks pretty game, 300 yards passing. we're gonna get a McConkey game.
We're collabing on that, buddy. We're collabing on that.
Yeah, but you're not getting a Chargers defense holding the Cowboys to less than 24 points. You're not going to happen.
Totally fine with that theory.
This is going to be back and forth. This is potential for highest scoring game of the weekend. Hayden Wells, I agree. CD might be out with an illness. That would suck.
I didn't see that anywhere. Sorry.
Senior night for the Cowboys. Well said, little shoot 'em up. I like little shoot 'em up. Yep. Did they go over tonight's game already? No, DJ an hour tonight. I'll pick a YouTube channel. We'll go over
7 p.m. Eastern Standard.
I need some fucking chicken soup. I'm starting to fade here a little bit. All right. Let's keep moving. Wow, we do have a lot of games. Yeah. Greg is right. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this.
Chiefs, Titans, Bengals, Dolphins, Jets, Saints. We can breeze through those, right?
All right.
Yeah, these three are pretty rough. Saints
can't be 5-point favorites against anybody, can they?
Bang. Thank you. I don't even have to say my point now.
Yeah.
Perfect example. We're saying Panthers suck as favorites. The Giants, we literally nailed it with the Commanders. We're like, the Giants aren't favorites. Like, they can't play as favorites. I will fucking pass on buying the Saints at their highest as 4.5-point favorites, which is insane. I don't care how bad the Jets are. The Saints cannot be favorites.
Greg?
And we're all on the same page. You're buying Shuck at the highest of highs. If you're betting the Saints, it's Jets or nothing.
Not wrong. Wrong. This could be an under.
That being said, I am not laying 4.5 with the New Orleans Saints. I am not doing that.
This could be an under. Could be an under game. Okay, next poopy game up.
This is just a hard pass all around. It'll be interesting to see how the Chiefs play in a meaningless regular season game.
Brother.
Gardner Minshew. That's what he lives.
Talk about
you guys want a little insider trading nugget that I think is pretty interesting.
All I want to do is insider trade. You see,
it's not really insider trading, but you DJ knows, but Stegan, my father-in-law was athletic trainer for Princeton for forever and close to Philly, so he would always go out over and help the Eagles in the Andy Reid era. And he told me this early in the season, and I should have leaned into it maybe 3 weeks ago. But basically, they were talking about him leaving Philly, and Andy Reid's response was, at some point, they just stop listening to you, and you lose the team. And, you almost see that happening here. Like, they've gotten hit with so much shit this year. Mahomes is out. Like, the Titans seem like the play here, but at the same time, this is just so meaningless, and I would be very happy to not bet the Titans again this year.
Yeah, I kind of like what you're saying, Greg, because there is a lot of bad news coming for the Chiefs. Obviously, eliminated from playoff contention. Pat Mahomes tore his ACL. Rashee Rice, I think, gets injured on his second rough hit in 2 weeks. Travis Kelce, I don't know if any of you guys saw that interview where they talk about Pat Mahomes' injury, and he says the Chiefs, like they, instead of we.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like that guy looks fucking checked out. And then Chris Jones doesn't even know that loss to the Chargers eliminates the team from playoff contention. It seems like a giant fucking clusterfuck and mess in Kansas City right now. And I assume it would be, because when you're going from winning Super Bowls to being eliminated from the playoffs, I'm just sure nobody handles that well or takes that well. But I also don't, as weird as it sounds, I don't think anybody's betting the fucking Chiefs this week. No, I really don't.
No, they're not. They're not.
I told myself when Gardner Minshew took over for the Chiefs, I told myself I want to bet on the Chiefs, the Gardner Minshew's first start. But now I look at this spot and I don't know that I like the Chiefs in this spot. But I guess maybe I should.
It's too easy. Like if there was a spot to like Gardner Minshew, it would be against the Titans or the Raiders.
I just also think like Steak made a lot of good points, but I don't want to necessarily counter that. Like I think everybody's checked out. And wouldn't this also, you think you're going to get like a, what do they call that? The dead bounce. Dead cat bounce. You think you're going to get a bounce from like the players on the Chiefs, bro? You think the Chiefs, who are accustomed to winning AFC championships, or at least going to it and going to the Super Bowl, give a fuck about going to Tennessee to play the dog shit 2 and whatever the fuck 12 Titans? I don't think anybody gives a fuck. You know what I think? I think this is fucking, the Titans would love to beat a team like the Chiefs. They'd love it. Like if you're Cam Ward, why not? You beat, who cares if it's fucking Gardner Minshew? You beat the Chiefs. That's kind of cool.
Yep, I'm with you. Chiefs are 1-5 on the road. I think it's a no touch.
This is
I think it's a very
crash and burn for Kansas City. Also, who listens to the Kelsey's podcast? Does anybody in here listen to it?
That's preposterous. That's insulting. You think we would listen to that?
No, I didn't think you did. Don't be insulting, because there's probably viewers of ours that listen to the podcast and respect their choices. You asshole, elitist prick. I'm just curious.
I'd rather listen to a podcast about Taylor Swift than listen to the Kelsey brothers.
I would too. I don't know. People like the Kelseys. I think they're not for me. Not even Jason. This is a solid 3 on Profit X right now, by the way. -101 for the Titans, plus 150 on the ML 38. Steak, you always like a good nasty over. I feel like this could be a nasty over. Little Gardner Minshew, Cam Ward shootout. What do you think?
I'll pass. I don't think it's as nasty as you're saying.
Interesting. Okay.
Titans are getting going a little bit.
Okay. How about a little Quinn Ewers, huh? Quinn Ewers against a checked out Joe Burrow. Bro, let me tell you something. If Joe Burrow is going to Miami, I think he's going to have a good time. I don't know if he's the guy who's out of the clubs popping bottles necessarily, but I don't know. When is Art Basel, Greg?
It just ended.
I thought it was going to be April.
Nah, it just ended.
Well, I would say, yeah, I kind of thought it was in the wintertime. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to bet on Quinn Ewers. I kind of want to bet on Quinn Ewers. I kind of want to bet on the Dolphins. I don't know if that's weird. I don't know. I'm going to look like an idiot, and you look up and fucking Bengals are going to be up 21-0 because, Burrow and Chase are still that good. And the Dolphins are also, they're probably a dead team now. They had a little bit of life. They were winning some games, but it was all fugazi. They beat a bunch of fucking nobodies. They're 6-8. It's over.
They beat the Bills.
Oh, that's true. You're right. They beat the Bills. You're right. It would be very interesting if Mike McDaniel, basically what you're doing is you're looking at the Dolphins and this team that is just an absolute disaster. I believe they fired their GM earlier in the year. Is that correct? Do you guys remember that? And now they're benching Tua. They're basically doing everything but saying Mike McDaniel hit the road. Like, they still believe in this guy. For whatever reason, I don't know. I mean, is it easy to find a good head coach? No. A lot harder to find a good quarterback, but I think it's kind of interesting that they're holding on to this guy. So it would be fascinating if Mike McDaniel could have himself a little bit of a masterclass against a bad Bengals defense, and more specifically, team, and more specifically defense. So kind of lean Dolphins here. Steak, go ahead.
Oh, I think I found something. A game with Quinn Ewers having a 47.5 total is absolutely insane. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you tell me about the Bengals defense. It's still Quinn Ewers. We've seen him play preseason football. He looked awful. I thought Zach Wilson was going to get this part, but apparently Zach Wilson's Quinn Ewers' backup, which is also hilarious. 47.5 total is insane. Let me put that into perspective. The Dolphins with Tua haven't went over that total in 5 games. A lot of games they haven't even come close. The Bengals only went over it once, and it was that shootout with the Bills. The Bengals scored 0 against the Ravens last week and allowed 24 points. Now you get a game with fucking Quinn Ewers starting, and the total is 47.5. That's insane. My favorite bet of the week might literally be the over.
I don't hate it. It's a crazy number.
I don't know that I totally agree.
You're going to have a hard time explaining to me how you could possibly disagree with this one.
Well, if Joe Burrow is playing on the Bengals with how good their offense can be and how bad their defense can
They
be,
just got shut out.
Oh, okay, come on. You
They haven't had a 47-point game, over 47.5-point game in 2 months. So whatever you're going to say, it isn't going to be a reality because they're not scoring 47.5 points in games. Their defense isn't giving that much up, and their offense isn't scoring that much in any game except that Bills game.
Right, but if I may,
okay,
the Bengals totals 52, 54.5, 52.5, 51.5. The totals are typically in the 50s.
What was the total with Josh Allen?
54.5.
Okay. That makes so much more sense for Josh Allen and Joe Burrow to be 54.5 than Quinn Ewers to have a 47.5 total.
It's a 7-point adjustment.
To Quinn Ewers?
Quinn Ewers.
Holy shit, man. I feel like there should be a 10-point adjustment to those two guys.
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I think to get a Bengals total under 50 is, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
The other thing, I'm going to butcher the stat, but it's basically teams who got shut out are like 6-0 against the spread this year in the next game.
Oh, good. That makes that tough, but that's a really good point.
That's also a good point by Cam is money. That Bengals game was also in a snowstorm. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't hate the play for what it's worth. I'm just kind of pushing back on the read. Okay. Greg, did you talk about this game or no?
Yeah, probably Bengals just for that stat I just pointed out. But if Steak wants to get nasty with the over, I definitely back it.
I'm going to be betting the over, and that's it. That's all.
There we go.
I don't know that I like the Bengals. I think I like. How about a little fucking Titans Dolphins parlay? What does that pay?
Do you even want to watch both those games?
No shot. He wants to watch both those games.
No, I don't want to watch the Miami Dolphins game at all. Thankfully, there's 15 other games on. I would watch the Titans. I would watch Cam Ward, see if he improves a little bit, but not a whole lot because they're still.
I want to get my eyes on Quinn Ewers for a little bit. I'm going to watch.
You do? Ooh, he's not good.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, buddy.
I wonder why Zach Wilson isn't playing, because I feel like Zach Wilson might have a little bit in the tank.
That's crazy.
That's what I said. Apparently, he must
crazy.
Not.
He must be real bad.
All right, boys, 7 minutes. We got to go to 4 o'clock.
Okay. Well, here we are. We've arrived. Falcons on the road against Cardinals. Horrendous game. I have absolutely nothing. Actually, no, that's not true. I like the Cardinals. Fuck the Falcons. Fuck Kirk Cousins on the road as a favorite. Just like when he was on the road as a favorite on the fucking in New York. Cardinals are going to win this game. Simple as that. Okay, Greg, what do you got? You got anything?
Hard pass.
Okay.
Hard pass. If anything, I'd probably go Falcons, but hard pass.
I'm with you, DGen. Kirk Cousins, I believe, is 1-7 this year as a starter or in games he's played when it wasn't versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm looking here and I see that the Arizona Cardinals are not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So therefore, I will be fading Kirk Cousins and taking the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
This is a fun game.
Probably the game of the weekend, right?
Awesome game.
Probably the game of the weekend. Man.
Oh, it's time. It's time for me to get back on my horse.
People keep disrespecting the Jags, man.
Yeah, they do.
Time for me to get back on my horse, boy, or should I say my Jaguar? It's time.
You're back in the Jags?
1,000,000 fucking percent. 1,000,000 fucking percent. Yeah, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. Last week you got to learn about the Denver Broncos disrespecting them. Oh, it's weird they would be dogs as 11-2, and everyone thinks they fucking suck, and they looked awesome. And now you're gonna learn about the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. Trevor Lawrence playing the best football of his professional life, and the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is full of dogs, nasty dogs. And the running game complement is fucking working. ETN and Tootin. Jacoby Myers is one of the best, most underrated trade deadline pickups this year. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are a motherfucking problem. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're a problem.
So they're so much of a problem they can go in and shake shit up in Denver.
1,000,000% they can do that. Yes, they can.
Wow. 7-0 at home. They're going to be the first loss.
What's the Broncos record as a favorite? Aren't they very bad against the spread when they're a favorite?
I don't know. Can anybody chat GPT that? So far, Greg, I'm looking at their past results. They did not cover against the Raiders. They did not cover against the Commanders. They did not cover against the Raiders. They did cover against the Cowboys. They did not cover against the Giants. Did not cover against the Jets. So far, that is 1-5 as a favorite in their last.
Okay, so but it is big spreads. Typically.
It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, they're bigger spreads though. But yeah, it's not good. They're not good as a favorite. So you got that going for you. Yeah.
Just how everyone drew it up, beating the Packers at home as dogs and then losing to the Jags at home as favorites. Just how everyone drew it up. Watch it.
Backing Lawrence after the best statistical game in the NFL in NFL history, and now he faces this Denver defense.
Probably backing Bo Nix off one of his best games, considering the situation too.
Great counter right there, Steak. Nice job. You got that motherfucker. This is a I respect that because you've kind of been a Jags guy this year. So this is a good stand on business game. I like that from you. I can't figure either of these teams out. Well, no, that's not true. You can't say you can't figure out the Broncos. The Broncos are winners. They're 12-2, they're winners. The Jags, people think that they're frauds and they're phonies. I'm not one of those people, but are they beat the piss out of, inferior teams and maybe even some good teams at home? Good. Yes. Are they go on the road in a place like Denver? It's going to be cold, I'm sure. I haven't looked at the weather forecast, but it's December, and beat the Broncos. Good. I don't know.
Get ready to learn, baby. Get ready to learn.
I'll learn. It's not going to cost me $1.
I think the under might be a good look.
It's not going to cost me $1, but this is a sit. This is a watch. This is, if you don't have to force a bet, if you don't have a position or an opinion on either of these teams, this is a watch. Hopefully a good football game on a Sunday late.
I don't like the under.
I don't either. I think 47 is crazy high. I think you're that. I don't like that at all. Absolutely
really?
Not. No. 47?
Statistically, what? Top 5 defenses, right?
47?
Or am I wrong about the Jags being rated that high? I just pulled that out of my
They're not that high, but
maybe since their bye week. Bro, the game against the Packers was 42. 45 against the Chiefs.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We might get a whole shootout, mile-high shootout, dude. The weather wow, it looks kind of nice for Denver standards. 57 degrees would not have
what?
It makes no sense, bro. Colorado makes no sense, dude. I've been there when it was like 80 and we went bar hopping on a Sunday fun day, and then I woke up and it was snowing. Colorado makes no fucking sense.
This is that's a huge advantage for the Jacksonville Jaguars if it's not cold. Huge. Trevor Lawrence is not a guy. I mean, he's not Tua, but he doesn't strike me like a guy who can go out there and play in fucking 25-degree windy weather. Personally.
Fair counter from Knicks fan. That is a fair counter for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. All right, Greg, why don't you tee us up on this Steelers-Lions game?
Oh,
while I go.
I think you asked me to tee you up on the Texans-Raiders. I was like, are we really going to tee up on this? So on the Steelers game, this is obviously an important game. I believe if the Lions lose, they're not eliminated, but they're pretty much dead. Like the Lions have to win out if they want to get in the playoffs. This game surprisingly doesn't matter too much for Pittsburgh. I mean, obviously it does. It's late in the season, but they play the Browns next week, which is a divisional game. The Steelers can lose out as long as they beat the Ravens week 18. They're in the playoffs. So, man, I get a little bit of belief, and it's bias and it's Homer, but I get a little bit of belief in Rodgers against the Lions one last time. I get a little bit of belief. I'm not betting it. I'm not leaning into it. I'm a fan. I got to be optimistic. I got to find something. I mean, I don't know how the Steelers stop this offense either, though. I don't know how they stop them.
I don't know how they stop him either. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out how the Steelers stay in a game with a 52.5 total and coming off a game where like you lose to the Rams, but dude, Jared Goff played really good in that game. He really did. He looked good in that game.
Yeah.
He's looked good. He looked good against the Cowboys. They put up 44 points. They weren't miserable against the Packers, but they weren't great. I don't really have a read in this game. I really don't. I'm obviously rooting for you. The Lions are just, once again, I think they have the most players on the IR again this year, which is back-to-back years, or the most players starting.
Their whole secondary's dead, right?
Dude, they are just the most injury-prone team. It is crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, I don't know how the Steelers keep it close, but maybe they will.
The only thing I'll say is this line, and the Steelers aren't getting any respect from Vegas, which I don't blame that and anything if you watch a Steelers game, but this just feels like a line from last year where the Lions are getting a little bit over-respected, and people still believe in them because you just watch the Steelers in prime time. And granted, they had 4 drives in a row with the touchdown, but other than that, this offense, when it's bad, it can look really bad. And same with this defense. So if anything, I would back the Steelers. I know it's a homer play, but I'm not taking them. I want to be very clear on that.
You know why it's kind of crazy to me? Because I guess, let me walk through this. If the Lions are 7-point favorites against the Steelers at home, and the Rams are 6.5-point favorites against the Lions at home, does that mean the Rams would be like 14-point favorites against the Steelers at home? Am I doing that right? That math right?
I mean, they would at least be double digits.
Gee. Yeah, you're right. They're getting no respect. You're right about that. They're getting no respect.
Did Greg say he likes the Steelers?
As a fan, I like the Steelers. As Rodgers going in to Detroit one last time, I like the Steelers. As someone who's actually watched both these teams with my eyeballs a lot, it's impossible to like the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think this is going to be a bad day for Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Bad day. This is going to be, what's that word? Blitzkrieg?
I don't know what that is.
Blitzkrieg. It's German for lightning war. World War II military doctrine emphasizing fast, overwhelming combined arms attack using tanks, infantry, and air support. Blitzkrieg. It's like where you just come out fast and you just fucking attack and dominate. This is a Blitzkrieg game for the Lions. They're going to absolutely fucking kill the Steelers. This is a Lions first half play. This reminds me of like the Rams Bucks, like where the Rams just got all over the Bucks, but the Bucks were in a really, really bad spot and kind of a dying team. The Steelers are not like that, so it's not comparative in that sense. But the Lions are going to get shot out of a cannon. I think you can kind of hold your head up high after that performance against the Rams. Like you went toe to toe with the best team in the NFC and arguably the best team in the NFL. Your defense just could not stop Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua, but nobody can. Aaron Rodgers is not Matt Stafford. I like what you said about going back to Detroit. He's got familiarity in that stadium. He played well in that stadium. But I don't know. Season's getting a little bit longer. What are you laughing about?
Real Nicky Gamble's comment.
Actually hilarious. The Steelers played well, covered the spread, looked good in the cold against the Miami fucking Aqua Dolphins, who have no business playing in the cold. A do or die spot for the Lions. I don't give a fuck if 99.9% of the bets and 99.9% of the money is on the fucking Detroit Lions in this game. Blitzkrieg.
Totally
I don't
fine.
disagree.
Totally
I will
fine.
not be betting the Steelers.
And I won't be fading you after you pulled out that word. So good luck.
Did I offend you?
No, you didn't offend me.
Oh, okay, good.
I make more Jewish jokes than anybody here.
That's true. Okay. Steak, did you like the Steelers?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Lions first half. As the kids say, for a whale. All right. Let's go to the third to last game. How's tempo and pace? Oh, we're doing fine. I mean, is there any reason to even talk about the Texans Raiders game? Is there any reason?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Do you think we can talk about something else for this? Do you think the Texans are a bad look to win the AFC right now?
No,
I think you're just really buying them high. I feel like you kind of missed the value. Like
we them to win the AFC South at 5-1.
Oh, that's a good number. Yeah, we looked at them on this stream. They were 8-1 once, and it's like if you believe in the Texans, you got to buy in right now. 5-1 still a really good number too. I didn't do it. I didn't believe in CJ Stroud. Love this defense. Love.
Yeah, I mean, you just got you. I mean, we'll talk about Drake May next, but you get Drake May, you get Bo Nix, young quarterbacks, first real playoff. Do you expect them to make a run? The Bills have their problems. The Jags, I don't know. I don't see them making a serious playoff run. Steelers, Ravens, throw them out the window. Like the Texans, just to me, from a process of elimination, seem like the best bet to win the AFC.
I don't hate it at all.
Lions team total 2 fat of a spread. Screams Mima backdoor dick kick for the 7. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I like how Greg comes on straight 2 times a year and has a mic.
Mike.
You just half the time you sound like you don't.
Oh, that sucks.
The mic seems far away.
It's nowhere near you. And also, I just realized
my wife keeps asking me what she wants me to get her to get me, and I think I'll say a different mic, because this mic isn't. I mean, it's fucking going green like crazy every time I talk, but I can't get it close to my face like you guys have yours.
Well, you just grabbed it and pulled it closer to you. Why?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna fucking hold it. You want me to just fucking sit here like this the whole fucking time?
Tap it.
I'm not doing this, dude. Talk about.
Not even on. It's not even on.
Let's go to Sunday night. It's
not even on.
It's a prop.
Go to your settings. Go to your
No,
settings.
I'm not going to my fucking settings.
You don't even have your settings.
I'll quit my job right now. And this job, I mean, it's degenerate.
Your fucking microphone is not even fucking on. The microphone is on. You don't have the settings correct.
Come on over, bud. I got all your profit.
Oh my God. Well, thank you, Mid-Major, for fucking saying something. It'd be great if this guy put his fucking.
I haven't heard from fucking Mid-Major in 3 months. He wants to come here and talk about my fucking mic.
I did want to trip Mid-Major. Could you guys remember Mid-Major's favorite bet going into the season?
Was the Raiders over?
It was the AFC to win the Super Bowl. Which going into the season, you had the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bills, and it looked real strong. But right now,
that could still easily happen.
That's what you want to shit on him about?
A little bit, man, because those 3 teams he was so confident in.
I want to shit on him for abandoning us in the middle of football season.
Or that.
Greg, the AFC could easily win the fucking Super Bowl.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What do you think the line's going to be if?
This is the craziest fucking thing
I don't think they can. I think you got the Rams. I think you got the Packers. I think you got the Eagles.
The Packers!
Dude, look at the AFC. Look at the AFC. We just said the Texans were a good bet to win the AFC.
I'll take the Texans to win the fucking Super Bowl over the Packers.
The Eagles and Packers fans in the chat say you're cooking, though.
Dude, if you look at a team-by-team basis, the NFC is head and shoulders above.
Oh, yeah, that's something you could shit on him about. The Titans, that was not. I feel like I kind of started that part.
You were on the Titans. Don't you shit on mid.
Stop saying that. I was on Cam Ward for the 19th fucking time. I was on Cam Ward. I said don't bet on the Titans because Brian Callahan's a loser. Still a horrible bet. He has like 117 passing yards a game. And I took his passing yards.
You're absolutely on the Titans. You gave him out to win the division.
You are such a dumb fucking moron. No, I didn't.
Okay, can I say one thing about the Buffalo Bills?
If you turn your microphone on.
I'm not turning my microphone on.
Here goes Steak.
Okay. Everybody's back to saying it's the Buffalo Bills year. And like I said, I understand why people would say that. I just want everybody to understand something. We find a reason for it to be the Buffalo Bills year every year. It's been happening for years, and it's never their year. So you have to make me a promise. If you're in the chat saying it's finally the Buffalo Bills year, and it ends up not being the Buffalo Bills year like every other year, and then the offseason happens and they sign a huge defensive piece or they sign a big wide receiver, please spare me next year with it's the Buffalo Bills year. That's all I ask.
I actually think next year is the Bills year because they get the new stadium. But it's not this year.
Fine.
Hold on 1 second.
Yes, if they make it to the Super Bowl, we'll call that a good year.
Look at all these stupid fucking idiots who don't pay attention, don't listen, and they think they fucking know it all. I just got to go shove it right in their stupid fucking pie holes. Degen was on the Titans. Degen was on the Titans. Degen was on the Titans. Hey, everybody, I want you to pull your heads out of your ass for the 20th time. What does that say? What does that say? Does that say anything fucking Titans? Anything?
Yeah.
Oh.
It says Cam Ward offensive.
That's what I said 90 times. 90. I said I'm betting on Cam Ward, and I said I'm not betting on the Titans because I don't like Brian Callahan. Does that say Titans?
Can I tell you a story of what you just did? So there was this time I was in Cabo for my boy's bachelor party, right? And it was like
Cabo brag.
We rented like this boat, and then it was in the middle of the ocean, and the captain of the boat, barely spoke in English. He was like, "Jump out," and we're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's perfectly safe. Like, jump out." So we all jump out of the boat and we swim to shore, which is already a very hard swim. Then we're on shore, and we're literally like, "Dude, how do we get back to the boat?" So it's this nightmare swim, dude, like nightmare. I think I'm gonna die. I'm not a very good swimmer. And my boy comes, and he's struggling too. Like I could tell in his eyes, and he swims by me, and he uses my shoulder to push me down to help himself get closer to the boat. And you flashing that on the screen to show that I was actually the one who bet the Titans.
That's not what I did.
Is like what my buddy Nick did.
That's not what I did. Why do I feel like nobody makes any fucking sense? This had nothing to do with you.
But it's what you're arguing. I didn't try and drown you, Steak. I was just trying to get myself to shore.
That's literally
sure. No,
that's Steak's analogy.
No. My wager was worse. I didn't say it wasn't worse. What I said, Snacks, take the fucking shit out of your ear. You said DJ was on the Titans. Did you not say that? Did you not fucking say that? If you didn't say that, cook me. Hold on, where's this fucking thing? Greg is right again. Jesus Christ. What does that say? What does that say? What does this say from Tinlin, who just can't stop fucking chirping as well? What did he say? So now, here's my question.
Search DJ's history.
This has nothing to do with Steak.
You may not have taken him, but you were hyping him up.
No, I fucking didn't, dude. I liked Cam Ward.
Flash it on the screen one more time, DJ, and I end this stream.
This has nothing to do with you. This has nothing to fucking do with you.
Weird, I see my name up there a lot.
I need to hold these fucking assholes accountable. I know my wagers were awful. I literally said that. Cam Ward was awful. Offensive Rookie of the Year plus 350. Probably the worst wager of the year. Over passing yards. Probably the second worst wager of the year. Those are worst wagers.
He couldn't hit that? Cam Ward couldn't hit that passing yard prop?
Steak. He had like 110 passing yards a game for the first 10 games.
If someone just wants to search DJ's tweets from like July 24th to July 30th, I think there might be some Titans stuff.
I got news for you, buddy. Cam Ward could go over his passing yard prop.
Are you serious?
26-40.
Sorry, I have to do this one more time. 3,200 and a half.
Oh, Calvin Ridley. Mine's even worse.
Yeah,
oh my God.
We're all really bad. That's really.
I hold on. I just can't believe I said this on the stream when we talked about it. I said it multiple times. I said, God, I'm not against the Titans love, but I can't do it because I don't like Brian Callahan. It's in the newsletter and text, and I have dick fuck faces over here saying DJ was on the Titans. Greg's right again. That's all I'm trying to prove. But hold on a second.
Twitter. I'm gonna go to DJ's Twitter. And I'm going to search the word Titans. I just want to see what.
Go ahead. They're all in the fucking Discord too. All my futures bets. There's no fucking Titans in there. Hold on. Never going to move on. What's the math on that? What's the math?
DJ's best bet. The Tennessee Titans get their first win today against the Houston Texans. Did that hit?
No, it didn't. But we don't need to go back.
Hey, I just had him in Cleveland. Why didn't that come up?
Ooh, we have a video here about us talking about it.
That's you, brother.
All right, here, let's listen. Hold on.
Me talking about Cam Ward. Thank you.
Hold on.
Yep. Oh, now you don't care. Don't backtrack. This is I hate when people do this. Oh, I don't care.
What Brian Callahan's going to do. I don't know what their offense is going to do, but I think they're going to fucking sling it. And I think Cam Ward is the guy to sling it. Will Levis was never that fucking guy. Ever. I'm sorry. He was the Brady Quinn of the South. Cam Ward is a dog. He's a fucking football player. That's all he wants to do is go in there and play football, and he wants to win games. This is exactly why the Titans, from what I read, they got some serious trade offers from the Giants and from other teams to move up. The Titans said, no. Now, he's still a rookie quarterback, but I don't care. I think these guys on the Titans are enough
like sign languaging
team, and that's all you need. I want a team that goes out there with a 5.5 win total that just is nasty. It is a tough out. They can compete.
All right, so they didn't compete.
It's true. No, but it's true. You were.
Yeah, it's fucking true. Yeah, it's fucking true. I know it's fucking true. That's why I got to hold these dipshits accountable.
In September of 2024.
You like that haircut? I kind of like my hair longer. I like my hair like this. You don't like this?
I like that one better.
Which one? Do you like the one in the video?
I don't know. There's a video from September 2024 and your hair looks nice. I'm giving you a compliment.
Yeah. Dejan has to be the easiest person to rage bait. Call it whatever you want. I just got to make sure when I get these assholes fucking chopping
Monday
me.
night. We get 5 minutes.
Well, I'd love to get to Monday night if it wasn't for fucking false
Sunday night. I've got to get to Sunday night. I've been waiting all day for
Monday night. Not happening.
Monday night not happening. That's fine. Actually, the tempo and pace could not even be better. New England 3-point dogs in Baltimore. Do we start to see the Patriots taper off a little bit? Because I'll take advantage of the silence. They are known for playing the easiest schedule in the NFL, right? It's the softest schedule in the NFL. We looked at the list of opponents that Drake May and the Patriots beat, and now it gets a little difficult for them to end it out, right? They just had, well, you beat the Bengals without Burrow. I guess maybe you could say that is supposed to where it was going to heat up a little bit, but Buffalo and Baltimore back to back got to be the most. Yeah, it is. It's by far the most difficult 1-2 punch on their schedule. I mean, this is a team that went from playing the Saints to the Titans, the Browns to the Falcons, the Jets to the Bengals with no Burrow. Why is it that crazy for them to lose back-to-back games in this spot when it's been so easy for them, right? That's not crazy, is it?
No,
it's not crazy.
Are they going to? Is the question. Is it the Ravens? Kind of the Ravens. Feels like the Ravens. Is it the Ravens?
I like the Patriots here. I think every time people start to buy in on the Ravens this year and that they're going to come back and get it together. I mean, the fact they lost, I know, whatever, that first game Burrow was back, but losing that game, losing to the Steelers after you started so poorly, something's just wrong with this team. Very good chance they still get into the playoffs, very good chance they still win the AFC North, but I don't see them knocking out the Patriots. I think the Patriots, they just got a little bit of swagger this year, man. And I don't see them going down just because they lost to the Bills last week. I think if anything, they're pissed off they blew that big of a lead. So I will very likely be on the Patriots in this game.
Does Greg wear earmuffs? That determines whose side I'm on.
Probably.
You look
I
like
do not wear earmuffs.
Yeah. Greg, Greg, he might look like he's a little bit softer, but he's a mentally tough dude. I got to give it to him. I will wear earmuffs and bitch about being cold. Greg will not.
Yeah,
but
I'd rather just freeze my ears.
It wasn't
off.
more that I thought Greg was soft. It was that your whole pitch was that you have to wear earmuffs in the cold because it's to look presentable for work, which I feel like Greg would be. Also, Greg is from Florida and lives in New York, so I feel like maybe a little more sensitive to the cold is possible. It wasn't a soft thing.
Greg would just not wear earmuffs.
You're not outside that long in New York.
No.
Yeah.
But
so just suck it up for 5 minutes.
No, but sometimes I walk more outside than you do.
10 minutes?
Well, 15? That particular that walk that I had was 15 minutes.
So DJ confirmed bitch. That's what you're saying.
I never said I wasn't a bitch. I never said that. But a 15-minute walk in 10-degree weather I want my ears warm, and I'll wear earmuffs if I have to have my hair looking presentable. I don't think that's crazy.
I got you. So for the Patriots, there's just question marks with the defense. I see Spillane's questionable, Landry's questionable, Carlton Davis is questionable, Christian Ellis is questionable, Marcus Jones is questionable. Big deal. I know Lamar Jackson hasn't been a world beater, but I wouldn't want to go into a game with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore in December without a bunch of my best defenders. So we'll see if those guys play. The Ravens are a tough team to bet on right now. They're 3-5 at home, which is crazy. They have not looked good really at all. The Patriots did look really good against the Bills. They blew it, but they looked so good in so many parts of that game. I don't really have a read yet, but
the Ravens just had a linebacker go down too, I believe.
Roquan?
No, another one, but I'll have to look it up. But I believe they had a linebacker that tore his ACL last week. Like both teams have got a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
What are the Ravens fans saying about this?
We only have one. It's Snacks, and he's pretty realistic.
Yeah. What's Snacks saying?
Been a disaster in person.
Mike Green been so quiet.
You haven't heard a peep out of that guy.
The only guy I've really been hearing about from those edge rushers is James Pierce. Shout out Corn, by the way. You see Cornfield's got him 20-1 defensive rookie of the year. Now he's like down to fucking 6-1.
Nice.
Damn.
Cornfields is definitely stroking it like in a mirror. He probably rented a hotel room, just get a robe and just jerk off to that CLV.
100%. And then Alan Dims is just sitting in the chair.
CLV cucks. They're CLV cucking. It's like, oh, Alan's like, man, I couldn't get 20-1. I only got 18-1. So I'll be the one that watches. That's fucking funny. All right. Yeah, I like the Ravens. Let's do a quick recap. By the way, I totally forgot I got to go on fucking Owner's Box today. Nothing against go those guys because I love going on Owner's Box, but I'm fucking feeling rough. I'm about to take 10 minutes, but I am going to raid them.
Yesterday.
What?
At least it wasn't yesterday.
Yeah. No, at least it wasn't yesterday. All right, let's do a quick recap, guys. Remember, we will go back on tonight, 7 o'clock, Pickett Sports YouTube channel. We'll see you then. Thank you, as always, for hanging out. Commanders, Eagles. Steak likes the under. Greg likes the Commanders. Kind of agree with both of them. We all aligned on the Packers, I think, for the most part. Sounds like Steak likes the Browns. Greg, I'm not entirely sure. Not going to bet
there.
Yeah, I understand the Browns bet. I understand it. That's like just a vintage contrarian nasty NFL play. Greg likes the Panthers, shocker. He's the biggest Bucs hater I've ever met. Steak and I like the Bucs.
The biggest Bucs hater who told you to take him to win the division earlier this year that you disagreed with.
How's that fucking bet looking?
They're still favorites.
Pretty good because it doesn't matter how many South.
Fuck you. I like the Giants Vikings under. Cannot fade the Vikings directly, but I like the under. Greg, what did you like in that game?
Giants Vikings?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
We kind of differ on this one. Steak made a pretty good point about the Chargers. I think Greg and I like the Cowboys. I love the over. Might be my best bet.
I like the Chargers. I like the Giants in the last game too, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know if you had an opinion because you're a Vikings fan. Can't lay 5 with the Saints.
Can't lay 5 with the Saints.
I like the Titans. I like a nasty over. Steak says the over is not that nasty. Greg, you like the Chiefs?
I like the Titans are absolutely nothing, but heavy lean towards nothing. This stretch of 3 games is pretty nasty, but I do like the Bengals in the next game.
Steak likes the Dolphins Bengals over. Greg likes the Bengals. I like the Dolphins. I think Mac McDaniel's going to be trying to fucking salvage any sort of his whatever's left of his credibility, his reputation with a rookie quarterback to be like, see, it was Tua. Like the Cardinals here. Were we aligned on this?
Yes. I like Falcons.
Yep, you would like the Falcons. Go ahead.
I'm not betting them.
Hate the Bucks like everybody else in the NFC South. I get it. Steak's going to stand on business and jag off in Denver. Can't say I love it, but I respect it. And you know what? Maybe the total's not that high with the way these teams have been scoring. Blitzkrieg, Lions first half for me. What did you guys like in that game?
Just watching with my heart of hearts, hoping the Steelers pull a miracle.
I like nothing. I liked your Blitzkrieg sell, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good sell.
Thank you.
Did you notice that you went against the Steelers and I didn't piss and moan, but I went against the Bucks and you pissed and moaned? People in the chat were talking about it, so I just
I haven't been going against the Steelers for 5 years.
You've been pretty aggressively against the Steelers this year.
You've been pretty aggressively saying the dark days are coming ahead in Pittsburgh since 2020.
Dark. Dark days.
Okay.
Yeah, that I will not waver on. They're gonna be real dark, baby. Get ready. You're gonna wish you had 9-8 so fucking bad when you finally get 3-14. I can't wait.
We'll see how Todd Bowles looks next year.
I can't wait. What do we think about Ravens? Patriots.
Ravens.
I think I'll lean the Ravens too. All right. Stellar job, everybody. Greg,
all right, boys.
For the time. We'll see you tonight.
We'll see you tonight.
7 hours. Goodbye.
Yep. Peace. Everybody, we're gonna raid Owner's Box. I am going to need a few minutes to how often can you take Tylenol, by the way? Somebody said I look like, by the way, I got nothing against the third deck of the Titanic. I like that. I don't like rich, snobby assholes. Kind of suck. It's not really my vibe. I'm not an eat the rich person. I like successful people. Don't get me wrong, but I'd rather muck it up and hang out third deck of the Titanic. This outfit's ridiculous, though. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is like maroon. This is fucking orange. I was just being like in the football theme, But now that I realize it, now that we're intimate, I look like a fucking idiot. So thank you. You could have told me that next time. So Brad, we're going to talk about it tonight. I don't know. Ooh, I gotta get my neck cleaned up. I probably shouldn't go to the barber while I'm sick though, right? Not a little fucked up, maybe a little selfish. So every 6 hours, did I take it? I think I took it around 9. Fuck, I can't take it again for a couple hours. All right, join the raid. Let the guys know I'll be there in a few minutes. Peace.